So, and I'm just like, that's ridiculous. The one thing that you think a lot of kids would want to see, the dinosaurs, and both sides of the exhibit are closed. Only the middle was available. Are you there, Elihu?
Physically or mentally?
I'm physically here. I don't know about mentally either.
Oh, sorry. I was in the middle of a tweet when you hopped on. I was like, oh shit. Then I had to re-sign on back to StreamYard. I'm like, why did I get signed out? Which museum were you talking about?
Sorry, you were roboting for me, and I don't know if it was because of my signal or yours.
Well, he wasn't roboting for me, so.
Then it's your signal, dude. Again.
Hello.
Internet again?
Oh, and you're live already?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Pickles, you spelled pickle wrong.
Museum.
That wasn't me. Somebody did that to me last night.
Okay. Whoever did it spelled pickle wrong.
No. That's actually how I spell it, though.
Oh, okay.
Pickle spelled EL means is a drunk cucumber. It's actually a real word.
Spell things wrong.
Very good.
He spells things phonetically,
so he can trademark it.
Pickle.
No, look it up.
It's all good.
And how you guys doing?
Morning. What's going on, guys?
I was going to ask Elihu how he enjoyed the Ring of Fire eclipse yesterday.
Oh, it was so great with all those clouds.
Yeah, you're cutting out.
Dear Lord, Elihu, you're roboting like a son of a.
Yeah.
And
I had
of course,
Elihu, we're not hearing a single word you're saying.
Yeah. Elihu, just kill yourself.
I was going to say, I lucked out and at almost
one moment.
Perfect occlusion. The clouds thinned just enough that I could actually see the sun and the chunk taken out by the moon being in the way. It was very cool. Hey, Yvette. Good morning, good afternoon. Good local time of day, everyone.
I believe it is.
Yes, it is.
Afternoon in the sol system.
Yes, it's definitely afternoon.
Yesterday and today somewhere.
Yes, no.
But Yvette lives in the future, so
that was a line from a controversial TV show recently.
Yes.
Well, I'll be honest. I missed the eclipse mostly because we were getting the kids together, and we entirely forgot what time it was supposed to start.
Mm. Yeah, I didn't really remember what time it started. I just happened to have to go out and do my groceries just as it was happening, like just when it was almost full occlusion. What did we get? 70% occlusion here, and the clouds were intermittent, and so they just thinned out perfectly that I could see it. I wish I actually had been not driving so I could have grabbed a photograph, but alas, it was not.
I have no idea. What also pissed me off is go ahead.
Nope.
Nobody was saying anything.
Nobody. Now you're hearing things.
Yeah, dude.
Go ahead, Mike.
I thought I interrupted her.
No.
Nope.
No, your internet's fucked.
No. One of the things we do is am I lagging?
No.
Probably.
But possibly.
I don't hear you. I do not hear you lagging.
You mean generally as a state of being or online?
I'm going to refresh, see what happens.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, Dandelion, to answer your question, the clouds cleared up about 10 minutes after the eclipse.
Completely after the eclipse, or did you catch a teeny bit of it?
No, the skies cleared totally. The clouds just went away.
Oh, but it was later in the day. Well, that's unfortunate.
At least I saw some of it online.
That's good. Yeah, I just lucked out that I could catch a few glimpses of it because the clouds were just that perfect West Coast, Pacific Northwest cloud cover where it's like, big fat cloud and then like some thin cloud and then another big fat cloud. So it was kind of fortunate because I didn't have the welder's mask with me this weekend.
Yeah, I got up early so I can go to the wharf with the crowd and exploratorium. Get up, I'm like, shit, it's clouds.
Yeah. But that's what we figured, right, Elihu?
Yeah, I figured that
We,
much.
we did figured we'd have clouds at this time of year.
At least 90% chance of clouds. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's cloudy again today, but yeah, we had a nice clear day yesterday afternoon, but that was like well after. And I mean, it wouldn't have helped me because, like I said, I couldn't really look at it. So, Mike, do you feel better? Do you feel less laggy?
Can you sound? No, apparently not. Can you hear me better?
I can hear you fine. I could hear you fine before.
Well, for me, it sounded like people were starting to talk and stopping as soon as I started talking, and I didn't know if I was interrupting or not because it sounded like I was interrupting you.
No, I had finished speaking.
Yeah,
you're lagging.
I think
dude.
I was lagging, at least for everyone else, like a half second behind everyone else, and I don't know why.
Well, I want to let you know the Telescope store has the Eclipse store has filters for your phone that cost about $10, but they were sold out.
Right.
The Eclipse store, huh?
Yeah.
I saved a bunch of glasses from a bunch of the National Geographics from a few months ago. Preparing for the eclipse, they included a pair of eclipse glasses in each issue. And since I was already throwing those issues out, I asked the store if I could save those pairs of glasses. And most of the stores said it was okay. So I had like 6 pairs. And of course, I forgot them when I came down to TJ.
Of course.
So, yeah, it was real fun.
I prefer lunar eclipses anyway.
Well, next year you got a full total eclipse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lunar eclipse this month, but it's on the other side of the planet. If there's a solar
depends on which type of lunar eclipse. If you get one of the red ones,
go ahead.
No, it's just connection again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah,
cutting
I
out
don't
again.
know. I just enjoy the sitting outside in the dark and watching the lunar eclipse because you can just lie there and stare at the whole damn thing. Although it takes a couple of hours. So, but anytime there's a solar eclipse, there's a lunar eclipse the same month.
wait, I thought it was okay if it takes a couple of hours and the woman just lays there.
If the woman's just laying there, I promise, don't take a couple of hours. Because the last thing that woman wants is you to keep going.
Yeah. I can tell what's in her mind. Just finish already.
Right? It's like, oh, damn. I could be fucking doing laundry or sleeping.
Damn, I need to redo my nails.
I got to be up in the morning to get to work. Jeez.
All right, I'm going to try something else. I'll be right back.
Oh, very good. I don't really have much else to talk about. That's the only exciting thing that happened to me this week.
Voila.
Oh, except for I did get to talk to Darren yesterday evening, so that was exciting too.
Yes. And she was chewing gum before that, so it was a totally exciting evening.
Yeah.
I never saw
Didn't even do my nails this week.
Never saw the purpose of gum.
I used to, I kind of have fidgetiness, and gum was helped me not be otherwise I have a leg shaking all the time. And I found for a while that chewing gum would be enough of a fidget tactic that I wouldn't have the leg shake.
Also builds jaw muscles.
Sure.
So does eating.
Yes, you can do gum chewing for hours.
Also, if you have an oral fixation, it helps you not focus on that oral fixation like smoking.
There you go. See, gum has all kinds of benefits.
Yeah.
And if you swallow it, you're getting extra nutritional value.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't know.
Ay.
Do you really get any nutritional value from something that comes out the same way it came in?
Probably
Bana-
not.
Bananas, they taste the same going up as they do coming out.
How would you know?
Let's veer our conversation away from
I've gone 5Gs in a plane before. I know what a banana tastes like coming up.
poop.
Oh, coming
no,
up.
I
I
was
thought
thinking-
you meant coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking you were inserting the banana a
Oh,
certain
no.
way.
Sorry.
And then eating it.
No. This is not South Park, okay?
That's terrible.
One
Oh my God.
bunch, 2 bunch, 3 bunch, 4.
Viewer count goes to like -5 super fast. No.
Well, the only thing I was able to watch this week, ironically, was me and Mrs. Vile finished One Piece.
Okay, how was that?
And
I've heard things about
Okay.
it. I haven't watched it yet.
please understand, I have never seen the manga or never read the manga, never watched an episode of the anime.
Okay.
Both of us are in that boat. And we
Okay.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
I never heard of One Piece.
It's on Netflix.
You would if you never watched the manga or anything like that.
Yeah, I never heard of it. So I don't
Well,
know
the
a big deal.
writing is fairly well done. I don't know
What's the
if
manga?
how much they changed, obviously, but it was enjoyable.
Anime. Manga is like
It really
the
was.
Japanese comic
Oh, go
books.
ahead.
No, but that's not what he
Yeah.
said. He said, what's the manga? And I'm like, what
It wasn't manga, dude. Shut up.
Or mango. It's manga.
Stop being stupid. You're smarter than that.
No, I'm just being observant.
Big boy.
Yay!
Take your
I
diapers
finished
off.
the whole sleeve of my
Netflix, go ahead and watch
sister's
it.
Christmas sweater.
Say that again.
I'm knitting a sweater for my sister for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I finished the first sleeve. So now I just have another sleeve and then a front and a back to do. So
Yay.
yay. At least it's
How long
bright.
does it take to knit a sweater?
I don't know. The sleeve took me since Tuesday. So hopefully I
Damn.
should be able to get it done in about a month. Here, I will put on my camera briefly to see.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, I couldn't find yarn I liked, so I had to dye it myself. It's very annoying.
Well, I like the Hubba Bubba colors.
Yeah. Well, she it was one she'd seen online,
Yeah.
and to be honest,
Hey,
it probably would have been
I'm
cheaper.
impressed.
It would have
Yeah,
been
we were just-
cheaper for me to just buy the sweater, to be honest,
Yeah.
rather than get yarn,
You're-
dye the yarn.
We were just talking about gum too, and so it's rather appropriate.
Right. Yes. Nope. And that was the colors that it was. And I'm like, is that the color you want? Or did you want another pair of colors? And she's like, nope, I like that color. And I'm like, okay. I just wish that it was my, I don't think anyone's watching. I wish it was my youngest sister, not my closest sister, because my youngest sister only weighs like 140 pounds. And my sister I'm knitting the sweater for is, I think, probably just over 200. So I have a little
140
more sweater to knit for the one that I'm knitting it for.
140 wet noodle.
No, she's pretty muscular, actually.
Well, look on the bright side. You're not making a sweater for me. I weigh 300.
True enough. I've made sweaters for fairly large fellows before, though. I actually don't really mind. I'm just kidding. It's only because I've put myself on a time constraint on account of it being, 2 months before I have to mail it to her in Ontario. So anyway,
Yeah, you got the skill. I
Time
definitely couldn't do
pass
something
on
like
the
that
next
without
one.
it taking at least a year or two.
Well, I've been knitting since I was 5, which was a long time ago. So it's all good. All right. Talk amongst yourself. I have to count while I'm casting on for the next one.
Hmm.
No, that's That's not right. Cast on.
Tough.
I think I did the 45. All right.
Roboting.
A little bit. Domo arigato.
Me roboting or she roboting?
You, Mr.
No,
Roboto.
you're just roboting now, Vile.
I'm right next to the freaking router this time. What the hell's going on?
Plug it directly into your computer.
Probably that Mexican internet. Yeah. The hamster's getting tired, you know. I was going to share my screen, but given all the internet trouble you guys are having, I don't want to compound the problem.
You need a better computer.
God damn it! There's nothing I can really do about it right now.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I think I really do. What the hell is wrong with this one? I'm not like running anything majorly.
This is where Pickles should probably insert himself with some suggestions.
Hello.
But nope.
Sorry. Yes, I my apologies. So how's your favorite baseball team going?
Internet connection issues, Pickles. He was worrying about internet connection.
Well, there's nothing I can do. He's streaming from a substandard device in a substandard Wi-Fi area.
Yeah. Third world
much
country.
I can really do. I mean, Vile, are you on your phone, right, or on laptop?
Laptop.
Vile, what? Laptop. Have you done rule number 1? Always reboot before you go live.
No, I didn't.
Okay, please do so.
Okay, so pickle spelled Pickel refers to
Is
a
a word.
pimple on the face. It refers to a pimple on the face. So,
Well, that's another definition, but it's a drunken cucumber.
yeah, I don't see that definition.
I'm sure you had fun looking for a different definition after finding the one that I originally freaking looked at.
It took 2 seconds. I just looked at the first thing on.
Yeah, I'm sure I can trust that.
Well, you know, it's,
I thought you don't trust
Sure, I
Google.
can
thought you only
trust that.
DuckDuckGo.
No. I don't trust Google. Darren Google.
Darren Google. Okay, that a very different brand of Google than regular Google. Darren Google.
Exactly.
Oh, LDD, did you check that message
Where's my
I sent you on
money?
Twitter?
Google. I like the name actually. What? Eli?
Did you check that link I sent you on Twitter?
No, I didn't even see anything from you yet. Sorry. I'll look here shortly.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of tools you can use, man. I thought it'd be helpful for you with your work and
AI
everything.
tools.
With your work and everything, check out that link, okay?
Not ready. Appreciate it.
No problem. I thought it might make your job a lot easier.
Oh, dude, my job's about to get a whole lot easier.
I know what you do. That's why I sent you that link, okay? Check it out, man. Check out those little applications and programs.
Appreciate it.
Damn it, I keep losing count. It's only freaking 45 stitches. How come every time I count, I'm like, was that 44 or 45?
Did he leave yet? Is he rebooting?
He is rebooting, yes.
Okay,
Well,
good.
think about the old days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That didn't help. Hey, no numbers. All right, I'm going to just like mute you guys and me and count without people interjecting numerical
Elihu.
questions.
God dang it, Elihu.
What?
I don't know. I don't even know anymore, man.
I don't know.
So what's this? I heard they found a wiggle to the universe.
Oh, what the?
Elihu?
What are you talking about?
Scientists recently discovered a wiggle to the universe by tracking a certain number of stars and quasars and stuff, and found out that there's something beyond cosmic radiation background.
All right. All right.
Wouldn't Yvette be the right person to ask that question?
Joey, I'm going to ask this question because
she's a
past
quantum
has
physicist.
compelled me to do so.
She might have heard that, though.
Did you read more than just the headline?
I was going to ask that same question too, Darren.
Yeah, if I read more than that, well, actually, I did. But no, I don't have any source facts. That's why I'm inquiring about it to see if Eli knows anything about it.
Oh, NB, nobody here is in charge.
This isn't me.
We're just free ranging it here.
I mean, I got the power, but I wouldn't say I'm in charge. Ultimate power corrupts unless you give it away.
Corrupting vile mics. Why am I not running this stream? Like, I want to run anything. Don't you know?
Right.
I'm a Gemini. I have commitment issues.
Excuse me.
That ain't happening.
You're of two minds. Yes.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I am not qualified in any way for that job. Although I did steer us away from the poop conversation when that was happening.
Who was pooping?
Elihu. Yeah.
Nobody was pooping. Elihu was stuffing bananas up his butt.
Up his Uranus? Okay.
And then eating them. It was really weird.
What did I just hear?
See? That's why I turned the conversation away from
There we go.
Oh, thank goodness. NBG is geek is roboting.
Well, at least we tormented your ears and not your eyeballs. That would have been much worse.
Yeah, I could have turned on my camera and traded my messed up hair.
Wait, we got somebody.
Oh,
I
almost showed my messed up hair.
I think is that him?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, and I don't know why he can't let himself up, but hello?
Mike? What? Oh, he's gone again.
Oh, he's gone again.
That's a scary picture, Grandpa.
What is he in? Is he in Tijuana again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Something, I think.
Yeah, he's got that taco powered internet going again.
It's more enchilada like. And don't knock the street talk.
Maybe the problem is your border wall down there. Hey, David.
A piquel is also a word for an ice axe. I would assume it's an axe used to cut ice.
Well, maybe when you're like mountain climbing and you have to pick into the ice, or perhaps the kind you use to like carve like mermaids and swans for people's like fancy weddings.
You just chainsaw for that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I have a question for you guys, and especially Dandelion since she's Canadian. Have you ever seen a vehicle drive down the road and you're kind of like, what the fuck?
Well, all the time. Why?
Well, we had an issue today. I was talking with my wife. It was about 8:30 this morning. We were having coffee. My back was to the window. My wife jumps up and she's like, what the fuck? She looks out the window. I'm like, what? She's like, there's a van slowly going down a road. So I go outside. It is a full-size spray-painted black van with sprayed-out windows.
Okay.
Driving very slow down my road in an area where I know every car that comes down this road.
Government plates.
And I literally in no uncertain terms kind of said to the guy, "Are you fucking stupid? Are you trying to get shot?"
Maybe he was just there to visit a friend and he didn't know which address he was going to.
No, actually, he was. No, what it turned out to be is he's a contractor. He got a job from somebody at a gas station and apparently is a fucking idiot. And he's 6 miles from the town he's supposed to be in. Because the town he was looking, he's like, I'm looking for the place by the school in Fairbanks. I'm like, Fairbanks? I'm like, that's 6 miles down the road, you fucking idiot.
Tell him put down that Rand McNally and drive.
I'm like, what address?
Well,
no, I asked the guy.
Why he was going slow because he was, lost. I don't know. I tend to
Well, he was
think the best of people. In Canada, the first thing we do is not reach for guns. We have lots of them, but we don't automatically reach for them when, someone we don't recognize is driving down the street. The people who I do recognize are bad enough drivers as it is.
In a full-size black van, spray painted black. Spray paint. I'm not talking regular paint. I'm talking spray paint.
Yeah, but people do that.
Yeah, I literally told the guy, I'm like, for all I know, you've got a bunch of guns in this fucking thing.
A bunch of guns. Look who's talking.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I see all kinds of weird shit vehicles, all kinds of weird vehicles here, but hey, guys, Scar, wow, we're getting like quite the assorted crowd of people today.
Oh shit, I didn't see Captain Marketing on there.
I did see him, but Grandpa Geek was still chatting, so.
Yes,
And,
yes,
of course
MB was
he-
on a roll. And
Look at that. He is representing Colorado by drinking piss water.
what's going
Yeah,
on,
look
Cap?
at that.
This is how I relax
And
after
he's
this.
got a beautiful haircut.
Yeah, but he's
What
drinking piss
haircut?
water. Look at that. Hold up your can. Look at that piss
Whoa.
water you're drinking, man. Oh shit, you're bald.
Yeah, no shit, I'm bald. You want to see real bald? Here we go. Hang on.
Well, now you've got lots for a comb over.
There you go. Right here. Look at this. Oh, that's nasty. I don't even have that. Oh, I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad, thankfully, there.
They do say that that's
I got the
actually a
dome
sign
glow.
of high testosterone levels.
Look at my hair.
No, what drives me nuts? No, what drives me nuts is I'm in my 40s. I've gone bald on my freaking legs, and I have night sweat issues.
Mm.
And because there's no hair on my freaking bottom part of my legs, it itches like shit when I'm sweating at night.
Okay, that actually makes me think of a really bad joke. Do you want to hear the bad joke?
Go for it.
Okay, so a guy takes Viagra to cure his sunburn. And his friend's like, "Does that work?" And he's like, "Nope, but it keeps the sheets off my legs at night."
Oh my god, I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that in about a decade.
I know it's a dad joke, but it made me think of that. So I don't know why, just the legs.
Well, I am a dad and I am a grandfather,
Mhm.
and unfortunately, I'm a man who's going bald on his legs, which I had to look up and find out is actually a thing for men. I'm like, why did nobody tell me this when I was a kid? That it's like everybody was so concerned about the hair on my head.
I don't think people
It's
care
like,
enough about
Why
leg
didn't you
hair.
tell me that my legs could go bald and that I would be itching like crazy at night?
Swimmers do.
I'm just basically hairy.
Me too, for the most part.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
I'm not bald. I'm just going gray.
Hair is
you're probably
overrated.
as bare as a baby.
Who, me? Hell no. I'm a
That's where
a fuzzy person.
that's where the fluff comes from in dandelions.
That's right.
Come here.
There's not one.
What's the deal? What?
There's not one patch of hair
Yeah,
that
I'm
I
sure.
find
What's up?
attractive.
What does she want, MB? Uh-oh, wife yelling at him.
Wife aggro.
Nah, wife was asking me if I wanted tomato soup for lunch.
That's delightful. I hate tomato soup, but that's delightful if you enjoy it.
Jalapeno soup. There you go.
Yes,
I'm sorry you don't like tomato soup.
It tastes too tomatoey.
Sucks.
I'd rather just drink a V8.
No, I can't drink that either.
Hell, I have
Bloody
Bloody
Mary.
Mary.
Have you
I have
ever
Bloody Marys.
have you ever tried sun? Have
I'm
you
sorry,
tried
what?
sun-dried tomato soup?
Well, I can eat
Sun-dried
sun-dried
tomato soup.
tomatoes
It's
on
kinda got
stuff.
a yellow color.
Like I honestly, I just don't.
Well,
I
it's
don't
got
like
yellow
the taste of tomatoes that much. Like I don't mind like a tomato in like a salad or something, but I don't like really strong tomatoey flavored things. It's just too strong of a flavor.
If I want tomato stuff, I have Bloody Marys. So,
Oh, jeez.
of course, it's still made with whiskey and maple syrup.
Maple syrup. Well, you had me at maple syrup, although I already had my maple syrup dose for the day, so I'm good.
I have my alcohol.
I do have
And
some
here I
mead.
thought that was just a steer.
I do have mead in the fridge, but it's a little early in the day, and I'm planning to go hiking in a few minutes, and I don't really want to drink before I drive out to the mountains.
I have a bottle of white wine in my fridge. I've had it for
Okay, for
months.
an idiot like me, I've got to ask, what the hell is mead?
It's an alcohol beverage using
Viking
honey,
beer.
using honey
Honey
as
based.
the fermentable sugar. So it's basically
Mhm.
honey wine.
Okay, I've heard honey wine. Okay,
It's a
thank
stout.
you.
It's a
That
stout
finally
drink.
makes sense.
Yes, you use it's
Okay, that
based
makes
like
even more sense.
yeah. Wine is usually
And
great.
again, I believe it was favorited by the Vikings.
Yeah. You never played Skyrim in Big Geek? I mean, mead's
Well,
everywhere in that game.
Anyway,
No, I did not.
the one I have in the fridge is actually
No,
also
I'm
got plums in it, so it's like a plum honey wine. So quite delicious.
Well, I mean, you said mead, and I'm like, it's kind of a thing. It's kind of down here in America. I've never seen anything that said mead on it as an alcohol beverage, ever.
Well, it is a little more pricey because honey is expensive. So
Maple syrup.
Good
Honey is
depends on honey.
expensive, and
good honey is expensive, and if you need like 50 kilograms of honey to make a batch of mead or something, that's you're getting the price up there.
Yeah.
Wow,
When I was a
maple-
kid, mead was also the brand name for all of our notebooks and stuff like that.
Right. Yes. I think that was like maybe it was that short for something, or it's probably someone's name or something.
I have a mead telescope. I actually do. It's my lunar
not
telescope.
mean.
Yeah, it's a mead lunar telescope.
Captain, I'm glad to see you still in your place.
Well, I mean, it's going to be short lived. I'm only going to be here for 2 more weeks, and then I'll be relocating.
I saw you posted. Yeah, I saw you posted something. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Well, the short version of it is, I'm gonna be moving to Vegas here on the weekend of the 27th. So it's about 2 weeks from now. So
Let me give you a little tip. Avoid the strip area because of the constructions and the race that's going on.
I think he's living with his mom when he goes there, dude.
I know. I'm just letting you know.
Hang out with Danny, the Dork Knight.
I'm letting you know. Avoid that area because of construction and the F1 racing. It's all hell and hectic. Tourist has gone down about 60% since that started. So don't even bother going on the strip.
oh no, I'm going to be far away from that. I'm up in North.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Elihu.
Yeah.
Elihu, there's an F1 race going on in Vegas.
Yeah, it's a huge thing.
An F1 race.
Yeah, it's a huge thing. There's a race.
Well, yeah, I know
on.
what F1.
Yeah.
If you guys don't remember, I used to be a big race fan, and I know what F1 is. It is the premier open world motorsport, and they're going to be in Vegas.
They're going to have it on the strip.
That'd be
They're going to have a
sweet.
permanent. They're going to have a permanent location for souvenirs. Another an F1 shop. They're building that separately. The grandstands are blocking all the fountains, the attractions, and everything. The sidewalks are hard to walk on. You have to walk.
Is this
one
a
block
street?
across the street.
Is this a street race?
This is the strip.
So this is a street race?
Yeah.
They're going to race on the strip?
Yes. The construction is hell. Tourists has gone down by 6%. Fremont Street's been packed because nobody's hanging out on the strip. Yeah, I've been looking at the updates.
That was an odd choice. I mean, they do that in Montreal, but they kind of try to put it around some like slightly less vibrant like streets.
Hey, it's Vegas for you. Go figure.
Well, originally F1 had been using the road course at Indianapolis, but I guess they went to Vegas. God, is it going to be at night?
It's going to be during the daytime. They're charging citizens, residents.
Why would you do? Why would you do it? And why would you do a Vegas race during the day?
I don't know. I have no idea why. But
I don't.
The locals were complaining.
You're going to do
to get them a
Singapore at night.
Yeah, they could.
Well, they do Singapore at night, and come on, Vegas. Why would you race Las Vegas during the day versus the night? I mean, the logic just don't add up.
Well, the asphalt is still a little rubbery and softer at night because it's cooling down. So yeah, maybe that's why in the daytime.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't care about the rubber on the road. It's the point about the lights, the spectacle, and what is Formula One? It is a spectacle.
Maybe they need the access.
It really is.
Maybe they need the access to the casinos to still be there in the evenings and at night, right? Like if it's on the strip,
yeah, well,
there's probably a lot of stuff going on that would prohibit from happening, right?
Well, when it comes to casinos, there are two things casinos don't have in Vegas. They don't have clocks and they don't have windows. So
well,
but
people would go there for an evening, right? Like evening and night is when you probably get the greatest number of tourists. I don't know. That's all I can think.
Yeah, evening is the high capacity.
You've never been. You've never seen Vegas at nighttime, have you?
Well, I've seen pictures of it, but I've never been to Vegas.
Nighttime is one of the worst times to go on the strip in downtown.
You've never been there.
Crowded as hell at night.
I have never been to Vegas at all.
Yeah, but it may be crowded as hell, but damn if it ain't pretty.
Pardon me.
Bless you. Bless you again.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Now wipe your beard. Yeah, Vegas is worst at nighttime if you actually want to wander around and just be looky tourist. Hey, because it's kind of hard because it's a little crowded and packed.
Yeah, I don't like crowds, so that's one of the many reasons I've never gone to Vegas, and I'm unlikely to do so.
I mean, there are some good points of going downtown because every once in a while, Mark Wahlberg will show up and just bartend for the hell of it.
Who?
Mark Wahlberg.
I don't really know who that is. I mean,
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
He's an actor dude, right? Yeah, I don't really care about that.
Oh.
I'm not
I was wondering if
gooey over celebrities.
I was wondering if somebody was going to say Marky Mark.
No, I heard he's a good bartender. He can actually do a backflip like cocktail style when he bartends.
Like he does a flip. Why would he do a flip?
The cup flips behind his back and over his shoulder and head.
Oh, that.
He's in cocktail? Yeah.
Oh,
really
that thing.
Yeah, I heard he's really good at that.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta kind of put some context to that with the flipping thing.
Because I'm like, why would you want to do acrobatics behind a bar? That sounds like a terrible disaster waiting to happen.
He doesn't do Coyote Ugly style bartending.
Or cocktail.
Yeah, it's more like cocktail.
Oh, all right.
Throwing juggling with the bottles.
Right. Sorry, unimpressed. Not my thing. All right. I'm pouring tea,
I haven't been to a bar in probably. I think the last time I actually been in a bar was 2006. I think that was honestly the last time I was in a bar.
The last time I was in a bar was when I was hanging out with LDG. And I kicked his ass in pool.
Surprise, surprise.
Hey.
What was that, before or after Orlando?
This is in Orlando.
Oh my God.
He took me to a bar. We didn't get a chance to play darts, but still kicked his ass in pool.
Wait. He took you to a bar? Wait a minute. He took you to a bar?
Yes.
Yes, he came to Orlando,
LGG knows how to read.
and I took him out
I
on
thought
the
LGG
town.
only knew how to read 1-0. Well,
You'd be
see, here's the
surprised
thing,
what I
LGG.
know.
I thought you only knew 1 and 0. I thought the only language you knew was 1 and 0. But,
Yes,
sorry.
that's cute. Thank you. No, I know a few more.
It's 0 and 1, by the way.
I didn't know you could read the alphabet.
I can read
I don't
several.
have fun doing it. Too many of
He can't.
too
Trust
many people
trust me.
use it wrong.
Un,
Yeah,
trois, tres.
he-
Yeah, qua. Yeah, I can read a couple.
He can't do that. Trust me.
I have little faith in a system that is based on words that mean other words that mean more words.
I
At
can
least
read
1 and
Cyrillic
0
as
is
well.
at least 1 and 0 is definite. Definite. Sorry, whatever.
I'm on my last cup of tea, then I'm going
I
hiking.
love you, Pickles.
I love me too.
So, do you hike the same place or do you choose different trails? Dandelion.
Yes. Yes. I don't know what I'll do today. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to get the car, drive up there, and see where my feet take me. I just can't decide if I want to like climb a lot of hills or fewer hills.
You know, Dandelion, if you ever come to San Francisco, I suggest one morning you go to the beach at 6 a.m., go through the park, and trust me, by the time you get to the end of the park, it'll be 5 o'clock at night. If you just wander around the park all day, you will love that.
Dodging feces. Yeah.
No, not in the park, dude. I'm talking about Golden Gate Park. You got different hidden paths.
Now, I would say if she ever got a chance, go walk around the Coquille Mounds. I would say the Coquille Mounds, but that's just me.
I'll even take you up to the Legion Museum to the top floor so you can get the view of the city in the park.
Cool. If I ever get my passport, maybe I'll do that. Actually, I don't know if I'd be likely to get down that way. I'm trying to think, because usually if I do any traveling to the States, it'll be with work. And I can't remember if there's
well, why would you
trade shows down there for horticulture. Like I know they have them, but I don't know if we ever go to the one in California, and I think it's a bit further south.
Yeah, you will.
I don't know the difference. I'm a little confused. You said passport. I'm thinking if you did it for work, wouldn't it be a work visa?
No, if I have a passport,
no,
it's not like work. Going to a trade show doesn't count as like employment. You're not selling anything. You're just talking to people about your company that sells things. So it doesn't count the same way. You can do it.
It's like Val might going to a convention and talking about SD Game Swap to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
basically that. Yeah. It's like, hey, this is what I got. This is what I'm doing. Yeah. You're not selling anything. You're just pitching what you do.
Did I increase a stitch? Yes, I did. Nope. Yes, I did. Okay, good. Sorry, it's the only problem with knitting while I'm like chatting with everyone. I keep losing track of what I'm doing.
You know, when I was learning to crochet, my mother used a metronome for me to help keep my counts correct. You ever use a metronome?
I don't really need to use a metronome.
Oh, okay.
I've been knitting since I was 5 years old.
Never mind.
I'm not even looking at what I'm doing.
Never mind.
No.
You and my wife would really get along talking about that. She loves the knitting and the crocheting. My wife is a seamstress.
I have not crocheted in years, dude.
Very nice.
I sewed last week.
I tried it once. I tried to crochet. I tried to crochet a few times. Unfortunately, my fingers are too fat.
Oh, yeah. There's a little trick. You gotta be able to do that.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with
All
them.
kinds of people can knit and crochet.
I'm just messing with them.
Uh-huh.
I can't crochet because I've had hepatitis.
What?
That's a joke. Never mind.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
No, it means you can't give blood. It's
Oh, you do know that we don't use sharp needles, right?
Yeah, crochet
Is
dull.
Berto Prey here waiting to get in? Someone? Can someone let Berto Prey in? Looks like he's been
I'm on it.
waiting backstage for like 2 minutes at least. Sorry, Bird. I didn't see a private chat until just now.
Sorry, Bird. Coming.
You fucked up, LDG.
Yeah,
You're
fuck up.
right. You're drived.
I was
Fire
waiting for
had,
people
like-
to shut up so we can do the.
No, you had one job and you failed.
Hello, Bird. Kapla.
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Kapla. Thank you, Dandelion. Somebody-
Kapla, Bird.
Blah.
You know, if he was
I
on,
let you
if
in.
he was on EVAB Mux, whatever that was, website
Yeah, I
called,
know you let me in after she told you to.
Well, that's okay. Mike would have noticed if he's here, but he's having technical difficulties today.
If we was on
And he left
EVAB,
LDG in charge, and
everybody
LDG
would
dropped
see you
the
backstage.
ball.
You left there with LD in charge and everything is fucked.
It's not my fault. He does not have the ding. I'll fix that right now. I need to enable the ding.
You
So
are
I know when
big.
someone comes in. All right, there we go. Good morning, Bird. How you doing?
Hello, guys.
Again, David, you don't have to stab yourself when you're sewing, knitting, or crocheting. If you're really worried about needles, definitely do crocheting. Nothing stabby there.
Yeah.
Unless you're crocheting in the car and there's a terrific accident, because, you know, any amount of force can stuff a blunt object in your eye or your chest or your shoulder or
Or
thigh.
your hand.
Yeah.
Lavaca. Yeah.
And then you'll have something worse to worry about than, you know, the crochet needle impaling you.
I've never got impaled by a crochet needle.
Or a hook. That's why
Yeah.
they call it a hook, not even calling it a needle.
Yeah, never got cut by a crochet needle.
You'd really have to work hard to do that.
I got
Well, I
scratched.
suppose maybe if it was like, if you sat on it and broke it, and then there were like sharp, jagged, sharp edges from the broken part, maybe then you could hurt yourself.
Well, you can easily hurt yourself on number 9.
Yeah, I think you'd have to work pretty hard at it to actually injure yourself, though. I bought myself flowers yesterday, and I'm thinking I should have bought more than I did because the vase looks not sufficiently plump with flowers. Sorry, they're right behind my laptop, so I'm staring at them while I'm talking to you guys, and my brain just likes to say things that it's thinking.
Oh, I'm looking at a wall that's behind my laptop.
Yeah, well, there's a wall behind the flowers. That's why I have flowers. And also, if I don't love me, who will?
Well, there's a hook. That's where my headphones are hang on, but I'm using my headphones, so I'm just looking at a hook.
You could hang a nice I love you sign off your hook. So
Why?
that even when your headphones aren't on there, then you'll know you love yourself. Or you could hang a picture with that kitten hanging off a branch or something from like back in the, was that the 80s?
Oh, yeah, it's a little
Hang in
tagline.
there.
Hang in there, kitten?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tagline that says, fall already. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Sure. Or some other, you know, maybe you could crochet something to hang there.
I actually have a huge map on my wall. It's an old 67 Rand McNally world map.
I think Mike does know we're here. He's having horrible technical difficulties. He'll probably come in and kick us all out at like in an hour. Oh, look at NB getting huggles. That's nice. My niece and
I
I.
love my wife. What can I say?
That's nice.
I love my wife. What can I say?
My niece and I came up with a thing because I didn't like Punch Buggy. So she and I started Huggle Buggy, and we give each other like vigorous hugs whenever we see a VW bug.
Oh my God! I wish to God my daughter would have done it, because the last time my daughter, she hit me so fucking hard, and I was like,
Then next time you see a
Do you realize
buggy,
I'm
a
fucking
bug, you
trying
go
so
Huggle
hard?
Buggy, whatever color, and then you just grab them and you give them a big shaky hug. It's very fun.
I don't know how that would work, taking my hands off the steering wheel and giving a hug.
It's a great
Might be
idea.
a little dangerous.
All right, can you guys hear me now? And am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
I can hear you, Mike.
There you go.
Yay!
Finally
We
figured
really
it out.
commandeered your
Apparently,
your
one of
stream
the
today, Mike.
issues is that Steam was trying to run an update in the background.
There you go.
So I
That'll
just said,
do it.
screw it, and I
That'll do it.
That'll do
uninstalled
it.
Steam to get it to stop running process in the background.
There you go.
So
Why
I'm
didn't
gonna
you
also
just
minimize
stop
the
the
window.
download?
See what's going on, but
You didn't have to uninstall Steam.
because every time I
Well, that's
tried to
one
do
way
it,
of doing it.
other things were crashing.
Steam may have been
Yeah.
trying to update
Besides, I'm not
itself.
using Steam for anything right now.
Your vile child
So
is in the
at least
chat.
now I should be able to hear you guys and talk to you guys, even if I can't see you guys.
Right.
Holy hell, a lot
Does that
of
make sense?
people. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
the vile
full panel
child.
at least.
Dude, you're not going to say hi to the vile child? Wow, what a dad. Allie even said she's in the
Okay,
chat.
did you not hear what I said about not being able to see anything?
She said she's in the chat. You didn't say hi.
Okay, I'll bring up the window.
I
Hopefully, it
did.
won't start roboting.
All good. No, my tea's almost gone. Well, I'm happy to be here, but I'm also really excited to go hiking.
There we
so.
go.
Ugh, I did not drink this tea fast enough. Now it's kind of like
There we
cold.
I ate a little jelly when I hear you about to go out for a hike.
You should be. It's beautiful hiking out here.
I cannot hike.
I'm sure it is. That's
You
why
can
I'm
hike
jelly.
better than I can.
Well, I will hike for everybody here who would like to hike but isn't hiking. How about that?
Yeah, Bird and I are unavailable to do hiking.
I will take photos
Actually,
and
if I'm
post them on my
honest,
Instagram.
Disneyland, I'd like to.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't have Instagram. I'm fucked.
Well, that's
No,
too
I'd
bad.
like to see some of the videos. No, I would actually really enjoy seeing, you talk about your hikes so much. I'd love to see where you hike, but you're on Instagram and I'm not. So
There you go.
it is what it is.
Yep.
So I don't get to see those beautiful Canadian lands.
Nope.
Why don't you get an Instagram account?
No, I respect that. It's the same reason I don't use my Twitter account. I'm not going to send out expletives.
Mhm.
It's a funny thing. I got asked that. Why don't I have an Instagram account? I'm like, I had to get brought on tooth and nail to even get a Twitter account.
Instagram is much pleasanter than X.
Same thing.
Yeah, you got little fun people on there
What's
on
that?
Instagram as well. Instagram is a lot pleasant. You got more pleasant people on Instagram.
Yep.
I mean, Christopher Lloyd, he updated his 4 little video clips. That was pretty cool about that concert.
Mhm.
Did you see that?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go check out Mr. Christopher Lloyd's Instagram. That's a pretty cool little video he posted.
Actually, I saw
Well, I
one
had an interesting
really
thing.
funny
My
thing
wife-
the other day
Oh,
that I should send
sorry.
you a link to, Eli.
Go
Who?
ahead.
No, I was going to say I should actually going to send you a link, Eli, who from Instagram, because I think you'll find it somewhat mind-numbing. I sent it to Chris, but not to you. I should.
Yeah. Okay, send me a message.
Yeah, I'll DM it to you. I'm just going to
Okay.
turn my volume down because nobody else wants to hear it. Let's see now. Okay. Here we go. I will just send that to you. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, good. Yeah, I think I sent it to my sister as well. All right. There you go. You might want to check that out, Elihu.
Okay.
You have another fucking text message.
Is that it? Yeah, don't. You might want to mute before you turn it on, though, because
Yeah, I got it. I'll look at it after the stream. Okay.
Sure. Yeah, you don't want to. Nobody else. Well, you could play it if you want, but it's kind of you have the visual helps.
I'll watch it after the stream.
Uh-huh. Did you check out that Netflix documentary that NB and I suggested?
What one was that?
That was the Queen and Adam Lambert story.
Oh no, I haven't yet.
Yeah, you should. It's fun.
Oh God, that was such a good documentary.
It was a fun documentary.
Such a good documentary.
Queen definitely knows how to weave a narrative. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's still on my watch list.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, when you, it is what it is. I mean, music is a big deal to me. It's actually, I think music to me means more than movies. And you know, when they talk about, you know, race swapping or sex swapping or gender swapping an actor, it's like, okay, whatever, fuck it. But when you swap a musician, it's amazing how interesting that changes the narrative. In my opinion, that's just me.
It does. When you get a different guitar player, yeah, it does change the whole entire perspective of the band.
Who did we lose?
Well, when you have someone like Adam Lambert,
we just lost Mike again. That's all.
well, you have someone like Adam Lambert who Queen thought would be a good person to fit with them. And I mean, we all know how incredible Freddie Mercury was.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a reality.
Yeah,
the man was fucking awesome.
He had a voice, he had a stage presence. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when I guess in a way I would equate it to like when Journey replaced you know, Steve with the person who's there, but the person who is there now is really doing a great job because I saw him live and I was very impressed and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Hey, Pickles.
My eyes, I think I hear Steve Perry.
Pickles, can you let Gorilla in? There we go.
Gorilla.
Sorry, Gorilla. I didn't notice right away that there was a private chat. I'm not entirely into my screen. No problem. See, you didn't even want to come up.
He just got in here.
Jeez.
He's like backstage.
He wasn't ready yet.
Yeah. That happens. All right. Dang it. I think I forgot what I was doing.
You're going for your hike, aren't you?
I don't know what number you were
Oh
on.
no, I actually have to undo a couple of rows of knitting. Like I said, I wasn't paying enough attention to what I was doing.
You weren't counting, so I don't know what number you were on.
No, it's okay. I don't need to be counting this. Now it's just I had to do an increase a couple of rows ago, and I did not. Now my question is, can I just get away with doing it
Is
now?
it my fault? Did I distract you?
No. I forgot what I did on the last sleeve. I don't have a pattern, so I'm just doing it like I'm just making it up as I go along.
Do you have rainbow or is it solid color?
Oh, well, here I can show you all again.
If you have no pattern, just do rainbow. Oh, okay. The sweater.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I had to dye the yarn. I couldn't find any that I liked, so I used some of my yarn. I actually.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Never fails. I get a phone call as soon as I hop on.
Been happening lately.
Yep.
Yeah. No, but LDG, just for the record, I was not the one that changed to your name there. Because I was
fine.
because I asked, should I change LDG's name since he fell asleep and then I noticed it's already changed? Because I was going to change it to the Whipping Boy of YouTube.
Appreciate it, especially when I no, because I mean that's why when I came on beforehand, told you guys, hey, listen, I'm half dead. I'm most likely not going to make it. So if I pass out, just put me under. But I totally expected y'all to, throw our dick on my face. That's fine.
Oh, and David, in answer to your question, oh, absolutely. Constantly get songs stuck in my head. Though I have found that if you sing the theme to Sesame Street, it will drive any other song out of your head and doesn't get stuck in your head.
So can you tell me how to do it?
No, tennis balls will get. Will
No. Don't even mention tennis balls. No. Just
Don't worry, I got a fix for tennis balls very soon coming.
Roped in Klingon
Yeah.
style.
Hey, Dandelion, can you tell me? Hey, Dandelion, can you tell me how to get to the street?
No, not like sunny days, chasing the clouds away. No, that part. You sing that part. No, poor Mike. Well, Mike, we're just gonna commend you. Actually, I'm taking out in a couple of minutes, but
Mike, you should have used
Right.
Emux.
Try clear your cache. Top left-hand corner, click that little lock icon next to the URL. Click cookies, click delete, just for StreamYards. You don't want to clear everything else.
Did you just call me by my first fucking name?
Ooh, I heard that.
I wasn't listening.
No.
Uh-oh, are we gonna get?
No, I thought my son called me. I thought my son called me by my name, and my daughter. I got into a big fight with
he
my
already
daughter
cleared the cache
yesterday,
pickles.
and she decided to. My daughter decided to call me by my first name, and I
Clear it
didn't
again.
take that very well.
Clear it again. Clear the empty cache. Good call.
No, because it's not empty. If he cleared it beforehand, came in here, and it broke, now that means the new cache needs to be cleared again. Cache isn't empty unless you don't open your browser after you clear it.
Yeah. Well, and be there. I thought for a second we were going to be able to witness an ass whooping right here on screen. Kid calling you by your first name. My kid doesn't do that. He just decides. No, I called Owen out on him putting that water in the soap bottle there that I was talking about last night, and he said, "In case I get thirsty," I was like, "That's fucking disgusting. Don't do that." He tried to say that he was going to drink it, and I thought he's fucking with me.
Your kids
No,
Maybe
the fact that my child called me by my first fucking name, I fucking lost it on her, and she did it 2 and a third time, and then she apologized about it, and I'm like, you really shouldn't have reminded me that you did that.
Okay,
Because
so
I'd actually forgot about it after everything else
turn to
that
talk.
had happened.
What's
no,
up, Mike?
he's talking. That's fine. Finish your story. NB, go ahead and finish your story.
I think that was the story.
Oh, I did. That was it.
God damn it. Okay, so
that was it, guys. My daughter called me by first name, and I lost it on her. I that's it. There's nothing else to say.
Hey, Michael.
Okay, apparently StreamYards has now decided that my original StreamYard account no longer exists.
Wow.
That's exciting.
I cannot, when I was trying to reconnect with StreamYards, it said that the account attached to the email I provided, which is the same thing I always do, no longer exists, despite the fact that this stream is running.
Might have had a
I
glitch.
tried it on the laptop. I tried it on my phone. Right now, I'm
What about
connected
now,
to my
though?
own stream. No, I'm connected to my own stream through my YouTube account, not through my original StreamYards account.
Weird.
Yeah.
Wow.
Try again later. Maybe it was a glitch.
It probably was. I had that happen to me at work this week.
You're in Mexico right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it might be that too.
But I've never had that problem in Mexico before.
Don't worry, LDG.
It doesn't intermittent problems don't happen all the time.
You've had an ungodly number of problems in Mexico. They're just always different each time.
Well, we know the major problem is I don't have a decent computer.
Yay! Hi, Yvette.
Yes. Ding, 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 ding,
Don't
ding,
take it back,
bingo.
David, this is like there's always a little bit of ongoing issues with
Hey, Michael.
Vile Mike's stream.
Oh, now I can actually access the chat too. Hashtag blame Mexico. Oh, yeah.
Play Mexico. Play Mexico.
What up, Michael T?
Question.
You know, Michael T, the champ. He's playing some heroes and villain and heroes. What's up? City of Heroes. Sorry.
When you were messing with certain things, did you mess with anything having to do with my email address? Because I know you have access to that stuff.
No, I didn't touch anything, dude. No, absolutely not. The only thing I did once was screw with you by doing this.
Oh,
your daughter suggests
which normally everybody would have disappeared, but he has his camera on, so that's why he went big.
Mike?
And yes, Michael T, there is a co-host with Powers, that's LDG. I don't know if someone's already said that.
No, you tried to use Captain MJ. You tried to use Captain. You want to get people to leave. I'm the ugly person, remember?
Okay, Vile, can I play my clip? Hey, Vile, can I play my clip, please?
Go ahead.
Now that I am truly a hero, however, I expect more consideration when, as an honored guest, I visit your homes. Furthermore, I hope we have all learned something from this experience. As I was saying to Papa Smurf just the other... What a shame
That suggests that an update to StreamYards may have, or a Windows update on Friday messed with her StreamYard. So that might be.
That might have been it as well.
I had to re-sign into StreamYard. That was weird.
I mean,
because I updated my map.
StreamYard isn't they got glitches, man. I've seen very bad glitches with StreamYard. So
yeah, that was.
I've seen glitches with everything, including YouTube. So.
Oh, of course, but I'm just saying, like StreamYard, totally. It's very well within the possibility that you just got to deal with it real quick. It'll fix itself.
Well, I'll do a massive overhaul on the computer just to see if I can figure out anything else I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Caddy had an idea about getting somebody's computer. What was that?
Borrowing Matt's computer?
That's her boyfriend. And yeah, it's a desktop. I'm not going to be able to do that from Mexico or from the car so I can smoke. And yeah, Michael's right. It's Windows fixing issues that probably, because my thing is set to auto update. So if it updated, it did it on Friday automatically. And no, LDG, as much as he's probably going to yell at me for this, I have not turned off my laptop since last week. So until today. So.
Oh my. Oh.
You're going to give him an aneurysm here, Mike.
Poor computer, man. You are a slave driver.
Dude, even the astronauts on the ISS reboot their computers every once in a while, okay? They turn them off, turn them back on again. Reset, okay? Come on.
Yes. I sit here and I've warned you guys. Rule number 1, always reboot before you go live. Do not leave your computers on forever. Not unless you know what the hell you're doing.
That would be ridiculous.
And well, yeah, you might think that, but you'd be surprised how many millions of people that works for.
You know how many unnecessary reboots that.
There's no such thing as an unnecessary reboot.
Yes, there is. Any reboot you don't need to do is by definition unnecessary.
Yes, so but you don't know when it's not. How do you know when it's not necessary?
Well, after the fact, if everything went fine, it would have been.
Yeah, that's how I'm learning. I screwed up is by not having done anything for the last week.
So, the correct answer, if you went, if you took this on a test, would be that the second you turn on computers, they are literally built to run slower the longer you keep them on.
No, it's not true.
A reboot is always necessary. It's absolutely true. It's literally built in by the system under cache.
No,
it's just that there's more processes that accumulate that slow it down.
Exactly.
And it's certainly not
that
built.
Too.
That's not the way it's built. That's the way it's programmed. Perhaps.
That's the way it's built. Yes.
No, it's certainly not built.
Enjoy your debate. I'm going to go for a hike.
All right, boys and girls at home, hardware has cache, just like software has cache.
Have a good weekend.
So it's built into the system. Take care, darling.
Later,
Be good.
Madeline. Funny, Michael.
You walk
NB,
into a
no one's
job
pissed you off.
interview saying cachet, they kick you out.
Sorry.
Yeah, and it's
way I
really
say
the
it.
cash. It's not the cachet.
Potato,
I
potato,
say
Alyssa Milano.
I
Same
say
thing.
cachet because when I used to say cash, people got confused. I had to. I had no choice. I was tired of people saying, "Well, what's wrong with my money?" No, it's not your money. Nothing wrong with your money.
And yeah, definitely have a good hike. Take some pictures that you can share to Elihu because I don't have Instagram.
I just heard the ding. Oh, that's the underground. That's right, because I have it set. Never mind. Sorry.
And I'll check out that link after the stream.
And then B, you haven't pissed me off.
I forgot to ask if she was going to be on the Looky Round table. Huh.
Yeah.
Caddy's saying, Bird, do you fix computers? Because that was something I had to learn from my boyfriend.
Net.
And it's not because you're a dummy, sweetheart. It's because you're ignorant. And the ignorance is not something that you need to be worried about. It just means that you don't know enough about the subject yet.
Hey, sorry guys. I do gotta drop out for a minute. Got somebody in the underground.
Well, that means no one's in charge of the stream. Not even me.
There was
That's
a
funny.
time, Caddy, when I did fix computers. Yes.
Well, what's funny is I used to fix computers, and I still know that that's what you're supposed to do, and I just don't follow my own advice.
I got a
I never
computers
gave
because
that
of Star
advice.
Trek. I fucking hate computers now. Figures how that works.
What? Both of you guys are talking. You and Bird.
No, I got into computers because of Star Trek. Unfortunately, the technology just kept getting too fast. I just always felt like I was keeping up with it. So it burned me out.
All right. Sorry, that was quick. I didn't forget about you, Vile. I know.
Yeah, and Eli was grossing out Caddy in the chat.
Well, LDG. I'm not a
What?
programmer.
Yep.
I was a repair guy. That's the difference. You're a programmer. You're always going for the future. Me as a technician, I'm always the guy who was trying to fix what you guys made.
Yeah.
That's always been my opinion.
Well,
Mhm.
well, what he's saying is Pickles here is trying to do the create for the future here, and you're fixing the future guy's fuck up, is what you're saying.
Basically.
No, what I'm
That I haven't
saying
made
is
yet because it's in the
Pickles thinks
future.
he's going to create the future, and guys like me are going to be the ones who have to fix what he's fucked up with his patches. That's what
Yeah.
I see coming.
Well, what's funny,
see-
MB, what you're describing is exactly what I used to do for Sony when I worked as an alpha tester. Is anytime that the devs made a new build of the game, our job was to go through and fix all the crap that they fucked up. Because as alpha testers, we also did programming.
Yeah, you're not gonna have to worry too much about that. MB Geek. Prometheus will be made correctly.
Oh.
I got a question for Captain NKG.
Yeah, I'll believe it. You know what? Show me the money.
I got
You
to.
show
It's
me
coming.
the money. I'll
It's coming, my
believe you.
friend.
But here's the
It
thing.
is coming.
Even when you launch the
Sooner
damn
than
thing,
you think.
you gotta sell it.
Hey, I got a question
Nope.
for Captain NKG.
No sooner than I think.
How do you sell a free net?
Captain,
Yeah,
how come
exactly.
you've been on here for over 45 minutes and I haven't seen you smoke any weed yet? What is wrong with you?
A lot of things, unfortunately.
He's looking for a job, so he can't smoke. Maybe Elihu.
That's one thing. The other thing is I can't afford it. So
LDG, how about you shut up and
it's
let
kind
the
of
man
weird to
speak
have
for
you not.
himself?
It's kind of weird to see you not smoking at least once or something. Now I'm like, dude, what's going on?
If he paid attention to his channel, he would know this. Sorry, go ahead, Captain.
Hey, LDG, if you'd shut the fuck up, maybe
Oh,
he could
God.
speak.
Oh my lord!
No fighting on the CNA stream.
Sorry, Captain. Go ahead, Captain.
No, believe me, I would love to be smoking, vaping, eating edibles, whatever I can get my hands on. But, when I get to Vegas, I need to get a job first. And that, most of the jobs I've looked at, they all require a stupid drug test. And I don't want to risk it because I'm at that point, financially speaking, where, I just need to watch myself and I need to get back to work. And, like I said before, bottom line is I simply can't afford it right now. So.
Gotcha.
I think you tie it up with one big word that might be foreign to Elihu. It's called being responsible.
What does that mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Even the company I work for.
You first, Pickles. How about you be responsible for what?
Yeah. Elihu, even though my company is in California, we won't hire somebody who still fails a drug test even on weed.
Damn. Gavin's got to change that.
Well, right now it's still something they don't allow.
I love the fact that I'm retired and I can smoke weed anytime I want now. And I get a government paycheck. That is like I'm going to do this.
I don't know if you want
I get to retire from the military, have disability. My wife has it. We smoke weed. And you know what? It's a really good this to the government. And they're paying me to buy weed. I'm not going to complain.
Until they find out you said that on YouTube, and then you get a nice little letter in your mail.
No, dude, that's not.
Vile here has to pay.
Yeah, I get a nice little letter in my mail saying what? LDG?
I have no clue. I'm not the government,
what?
dude.
Because I use my disability check or my retirement check to go into Illinois to buy weed, or I go into Indiana and buy THC Delta. Okay. Well, you know what? If I was really worried about that, I'd care. But here's the thing. I don't have to worry about it. Because I know the system will fucking shit I'm better than your ass does.
Basically,
when it comes to this.
Basically, what he's doing everything legal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's not breaking any laws.
Place where you can legally lie, cheat, and steal all day long.
You know what kills me? I'm stealing what? I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not doing anything illegal. What am I doing that's illegal?
It's like, well, as I said, I have no issues with people who smoke weed. I don't choose to do it myself, but that's up to the person. Just like I smoke cigarettes and cigars.
There ain't no problem with it. I'm not saying it's illegal or anything.
What happened so quick, Yvette?
It's death by association, man. The government can do whatever the hell they want to do, and if you give them a match, they'll strike that shit. So
you talk about the government. Do you ever work for the government? LDG?
I work for a government.
Yes. For the fucking government. Because,
I work for a government. Yes.
A lot of times when you talk about the government, in my opinion, being someone who spent 20 years in it, I hate to tell you, buddy, you talk a lot out of your fucking ass.
Yeah.
When it comes to government, you talk out of your ass a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, to be fair, a lot of us talk out of our asses on this.
Exactly.
That's why
YouTube is literally the ass of
I'm totally
everyone's
fine with
opinion.
us talking out of our asses, but when it comes to no, it's not.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trigger. I didn't mean to trigger your Karen reaction. I'm sorry. My fault.
Well,
you didn't mean to trigger what?
LDG.
I didn't mean to trigger your Karen reaction.
Hold on. LDG, don't even start with that.
I've had enough. You know what? No. This is the funny fucking thing. I love this shit. What's your problem, LDG, right now?
I ain't got no problem. You're the one generating all of this right now.
Well, you're definitely trying to push his buttons, and we can.
No,
I can see that.
What am I doing?
You just, like I said, unleashing your Karen.
Yeah, you want to push me
Because he sounds like one right now. He says every time you talk about the government. Like, how many times do I talk about the government, for God's sakes? Like, anyone who listens to me knows I don't really talk government that much.
Thing. It ain't got anything to do with you.
But he just wants to make shit up.
It ain't got anything to do with talking
All right,
about
hey.
What happens is you get the occasional really smart. You know, I literally told my wife the other day, I was like, wow, LDG says something really smart, and then he kept his mouth running.
Yep.
I don't. To be honest, LDG, hold on, LDG. You know that from you and me agree on a lot of stuff, but I also know that you tend to say more than you know. Does that make sense? On a subject?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And I think that's the main issue here, is you, just like I was talking about Stephanie being ignorant on a subject. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily stupid. It just means that you don't know enough about that subject. You repeat things that you've heard, but might not necessarily be true. And NB, I want to let you know, you get angry about stuff that other people on this stream tend to let just wash off their back. And this you two are like oil and water.
I will not disagree with you on that.
Okay.
Absolutely 100% agree with you. I know
that's fine. Like I said, I totally understand the version of me that is NB Geek, so I got no beef with you whatsoever.
And if you were going to
let you do what you got to do.
And LDG, if you're going to call anybody a Karen, we all know that Florida men are some of the biggest Karens around.
Oh, I have some Karen in me too. It's like sheep. Everyone's got sheep in them. Everybody's got Karen in them. It's not like I'm calling him a Karen per se, like you are a straight up, stereotypical Karen, but you're getting Karenistic at times, and you do.
You do as well. I do.
And
as
you
well.
attack people. Everybody does. I just said that.
You know what?
Listen, I am not prejudicial.
Problem?
What?
You're not prejudicial. Yes, you are. You are very much. You
got to give me an example then.
You know what? I can solve this simply for you. I know what my problem is with you, and it's very simple. It's you think you are the smartest person in the room, and I'm sorry to say, based on everybody in this panel right now, you're still not the smartest person in the room. But you always think you are the smartest fucking person in the room.
And that's where the problem is. That is exactly the problem.
But yes, it is.
Well, right now, we all know that the smartest person in the room is Captain MKG because he's the one who's not talking as much.
Not talking right now, exactly. You perceive something that you think is true that is absolutely false. And there's no other way to say it, NB Geek. You sit here and say that, oh I hear it a million times. You think you're the smartest person in the room, yet I constantly say I'm a dumbass. If you actually know me, which you don't actually know me, you have no clue who I am. Wait a minute, I'm talking.
I'm not the only person who said that to you. Then guess what? Maybe it actually, you know what? Here's the thing. I had to actually live with
Didn't actually say
this
that.
reality that maybe it's not somebody else, it's me.
But go ahead and continue.
Maybe you should try the same thing once in a blue moon.
Yes, I do all the time.
Because maybe
I challenge my thoughts all the time.
It's not them, it's fucking you.
Now, you just don't like it when someone has more confidence in their speak than you. That's the problem. Just because I choose to say things a certain way.
Okay, I've had enough of this. As soon as I have drug mom coming up, then there will be no arguments about who's the smartest in the room.
Exactly. There we go. Yvette, please. Dear God, dude.
Did you just?
But you don't know me. You don't spend the time to get to know me. So Just let everybody know everything that you think I am. You have no clue who I actually am. You do not hang out with me. You do not talk to me. You do not do anything freaking social with me except for being on a particular same channel. Okay? So the next time you utter the words LDG, you are something, just know it's a grain of salt in the beach, because you're just like everybody else who's like you, who thinks they know it all. And you dictate what you think other people are. And that's the reason why wars are fucking started. Because you're too stupid to question your own friggin' belief.
We're gonna go here, like you would have a fucking clue what a war feels like.
Wow.
Hey, can we guys talk about something else besides? I thought this was a geek channel. Like he's wearing a tiara now. Look at that.
I thought it would be a nice way of changing the subject real fast. This Vile Mike and a tiara.
I'm a pretty princess.
Vile, you decided to transition.
No, if you want to think about it, I'm in a princess drag.
God.
No, he's just saying he's
You're the prettiest princess at the ball.
And now it's time for story hour. Let me see if I can get the camera to center right correctly. There we go. Now, once upon a time, there was a pain in the ass and another pain in the ass in two separate states, and they decided to argue on my fucking live stream.
I'm good. We can move on to something else.
And now this stream is banned in certain states because someone in Princess Drag told the story.
Yeah, Germany. Goodbye, Germany.
Michael T is correct. He is living his truth.
Oh my god! Oh my god, Mike, that was probably the best icebreaker ever. that was the best.
You still coming up to that?
Never question the fact I still love you, bud.
He's drunk.
I may not like you all the time.
You know, it's funny that you say that, but like seriously though, I mean, I get you say that. You said that a multiple amount of times, but unfortunately, what your definition of love is, I question. I go into a burning building to save your ass. Would you do the same for me?
How many burning buildings have
Okay,
you gone in?
LDG, stop
to
it.
save people?
No, I'd actually like to hear that. What would that
No,
save your ass? Yes.
I want to change. I want to change the subject to something more productive. Like,
go ahead.
We can go to friggin' politics at
I
this
didn't
point.
even know if he was in.
What'd you say? We go to politics?
Oh, hey, what do you think about Kennedy being in calling his what is it, independency?
Good. You know, split up the vote for everyone else. Great.
I mean, Kennedy is running for 2024. I mean, isn't that like huge news?
TR really looks good on you.
And you bet saying, let's talk supernatural.
Tiara with the beard. Oh my
Talk black holes.
Black hole sun, won't you come?
The only problem is,
let's
see if I can show. It's literally just pinching the sides of my head because my head's so fucking big because this is meant for a little girl.
Why would you have that?
Elihu, why did you have to bring up that song, the Soundgarden? I mean, oh man, my stepfather is still devastated about what happened with Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
I mean, every concert I've gotten to see with him, it's either Soundgarden or Audio Slave shirt he's wearing. He was that big of a fan.
I don't.
Okay.
I just want to say hi, but I don't want to.
Mrs. Vile brought me coffee.
Hello.
Hola, Mrs.
Hi.
Cardenas.
Hello.
Mrs. Vile.
Hello.
See if I can turn off the camera so I can drink coffee now.
Oh.
Yeah, now the camera's off.
I need another cup. I'll be right back.
Spend a little time with your wife who doesn't want to be on camera. You know, that's a good compromise, you think?
Am I? Did I? Okay, good. I was making sure I didn't mute myself. I thought I did. And of course, now that the camera's off, I can take the TR off.
You still had it on? Jeez.
Well, I had a cigarette in one hand, the phone in the other hand. She's trying to hand me coffee. So, yeah, I had to do that stuff. But yeah, I was only saying politics to change the fucking subject. But if we were to really talk about it, what Kennedy's doing, I don't really give a shit about.
I figured you'd be a
think
Kennedy fan.
No. Why would I be
Yeah.
a Kennedy fan?
I have no clue.
Wait,
I just figured.
Did I come in late? Why are we talking about Kennedy Jr.? What
Did you
happened
guys-
here? Did I miss something?
Did you guys know that Gavin Newsom recently vetoed a bill that would allow cannabis clubs to exist in California?
The cannabis what's to exist?
Cannabis clubs, where you can go to a cafe and smoke and eat cannabis. He vetoed that bill.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
it's going to turn him into turkey.
Look, I'm going to be honest, who I don't keep up with California law unless it comes in the news.
No, because California
How
basically
about the
is
conspiracy
precedent-
that California keeps winning all the big lottos?
Like California basically is precedence for basically what happens in the rest of the country.
Not always, but
I said precedence.
a good. Yeah, I know what you mean, though.
Yeah.
I don't see how. Okay, okay. Since you guys brought it up, I'm going to say this. I know Gavin Newsom is very kind of popular in the floating for president, but seriously, Gavin Newsom to me is like right now like Ron DeSantis. You're the governor of your state. The people, I guess, are happy. Why would you run for president? You're going to lose.
Yeah, I don't want to see him
It's
run for
just a
president right
reality.
now because, in all honesty, and I know this is going to piss off some people on the stream, I think Kamala Harris is a better choice for president than Gavin Newsom.
I can tell you somebody who has dealt with Gavin Newsom personally. That
Are
he
you
totally pulled
fucking
he totally pulled a 180 when he divorced Kathy.
Mike. Please tell me
what
you're hot
basis?
right now. You said that.
Nope.
Harris?
Yes.
You actually think Harris would be a better choice than all people?
What? Like what?
Okay,
What
can
has she
you
done?
you know what? I'm going to ask you this. I got 2 California Democrats on here.
No. I'm not a Democrat.
Give me a
I'm an
choice
independent.
that Biden bullshit, you're not. Bullshit.
I'm not says independence.
Here's my question. You're both Californians. Pitch me a person other than Biden or Harris for the Democrats that can win. Give me someone who can get my vote.
Hold
Because
on.
I can tell you
That's-
right now where
Hold
my
on.
vote
If you're talking
is
about
going.
who can
my
win,
vote right now for the primary. No, hold on a second. I want you to understand the context here. My primary vote this year, if this person is on a ticket in the primary, I'll vote for Ramaswamy. If he's on the primary, I'm voting for him. If the
You
general
copy
election
and paste
comes,
his
my wife's
speeches.
already said, my wife is RFK Jr. She is going to vote for him pretty much no matter what. So I'm asking you, and this is the thing I'm saying, give me an alternative. My wife's got an alternative. I got an alternative. What's your guys' alternative?
well, right now there is no
Mickey
alternative
Mouse.
because Biden's going to run. So, which I disagree
yeah, but you
with.
don't have to
but I
elect it. Yeah, but you don't have to elect him. You don't have to elect him. You could write in. You know, we do have the thing called a write-in, and there are other people on the ticket. But what's the common denominator?
But let's face it. This is
You know what? I had to actually shut down I had actually shut down a conversation in my work because a guy voted for Johnson, the Libertarian, during the 2016 election, and he was getting harassed because it said you voted for Trump because you didn't vote for Hillary.
Okay, but it still has nothing to do with it. I'm reading Michael T's comment. A Dem that would guarantee the win doesn't exist, and I agree. I agree with him because the problem is, as much as I tend to vote more Democratic than Republican, the fact is that the Democrats are too fractured right now when it comes to how they do things. We've got they claim to be the left, but they're still a right of center party.
Yeah, I can name
and
two.
anyone that I would tend to vote for is going to be, as far as the right is concerned, extreme left, even though they're just slightly left of center. And it's not going to Bernie
Sanders. Okay.
But I also think that Bernie's too old to run at this point.
Yeah. If most
So you would vote for Bernie Sanders. That's kind of your thing. Is that where you're at? I'm just asking.
Compared to most of the people, yes. I mean, Bernie has always been incredibly partisan. He's been incredibly, active when it comes to social issues. And I think that is a big issue for someone like me, especially with my kids.
So why not promote that versus do like everybody else does and says they never want to talk about politics? Why not promote politics? Because it's kind of our fucking government. You know, these fucking
Mike,
people
stop saying such
run our
rational
places.
things in the comments. This is the CNA stream. I agree. Tulsi as a vice for somebody would also be interesting.
But I can name two Democrats that could possibly give the Republican their nominees a run for their money. There would be Michelle Obama or Oprah.
No,
not Oprah. No,
not Oprah.
No, I'm sorry. I here's why I don't think either one would happen. They're too rich. And I don't think they have the egos for it. Now, Trump, okay, I'm gonna lay it out here. Of course Trump is a narcissist. Of course he has an ego. You don't run for president if you don't have an ego. That's just a fucking fact. You want the most egotistically powerful position in the world, as it has been said. You don't go for that job without an ego and without being narcissistic. That's all I'm saying.
Well, see, when it comes to what Jordan was saying, Oprah has too many issues for certain things that she's supported over the years that I don't think I can tolerate. I mean, remember, she's the reason that Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz got platforms to begin with.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as someone who is heavily into the sciences, those guys are essentially science deniers, despite the fact that they call themselves doctors. So I couldn't do Oprah unless she openly condemned certain of the things that she actually has done in the past, which is entirely possible that she would do. As for Michelle Obama, I don't think she has the skills in politics to actually do anything. Just because you were married to somebody who was in politics doesn't mean that you yourself is going to be good at politics unless you've actually had those jobs.
Like Hillary.
Well, Hillary also had issues, but
those are both,
I still voted for her.
Those are right. I would actually say, guys, those are fair comparisons. You're very much, and you guys both hit the nail on the head. Just because you were married into it doesn't mean you know it. And that's a very good thing, and I'm glad you both realize that. That's awesome. Oh,
And like Michael T, what you're saying, except for the automatic rifles part, only because I have certain issues with that coming from my experiences with weapons of that kind. That sounds like very libertarian, and what's funny is I skirt libertarian even though I can't stand Ayn Rand.
No, don't say that. Say IRGC. I was very much asked by an Iranian to please not use Iran because it said they really don't support it. And I'm sorry, but I was in the military. I was in the military.
Not hold on, NB, not Iran, not Iran. Ayn Rand. The author.
Oh, Iran. Okay, I'm sorry. Iran. Okay, I apologize. And
are you going to let me say hello or just talk and talk and talk?
Sorry, I had the chat brought up. I didn't even see you come up. Yvette. How you doing?
I was trying to get there, Yvette. I felt like an ass.
Hey,
As
Yvette.
You both should. I'm going to thank both of you.
Yvette, honestly, I thought you were LDG messing with us. Seriously.
No.
You didn't
I
say
have
anything.
control. I have control as well of mics.
Yeah, I know.
So
You
I
didn't
let
say
myself
anything.
in.
Yeah, you didn't say anything. I think it was LDG pulling a fast one on us again. He's like, okay, he's faking to be Yvette. You didn't say anything. That's why. That's why I didn't bother.
Coming up.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I said I was coming up. I went up early and rushed Mum, so I could come on and spank
fucked up. I'm
LDG
sorry.
and Grandpa's asses.
And
now I know they're going to enjoy it, but even so, at least when
Dad
Dad and I was on, everyone was civil. Right. Hello, everybody.
Pull your pants up, LD or MB.
But yeah, for those that are confused about my politics, I'm a centrist for the most part, and I vote for whoever I think is most intelligent, not necessarily who represents the party you think I'm attached to. I have voted for conservatives. I have voted for liberals. I have voted for libertarians.
Who did you vote for in this last election?
Which position?
The last presidential election.
I voted for Biden.
You thought Biden was the most intelligent candidate?
Which part of vote, Joe? Because
Bird?
there were many
Hold on.
people we had to vote.
Bird, my 8-year-old son is more intelligent than Donald Trump. So yes, I would have voted for anybody other than Donald Trump.
Okay, but you're saying that they were the only two people who ran?
That I thought could win as well. Sorry, I should have specified that.
Okay. So also
in this last election kind of throws that through a loop.
That's the problem I have with, and that's the problem I have with you, with people like you. You guys are like the only people in. Fucking Yvette and people like that, they have prime ministers who are voted on a plurality, not a popularity. And we have a fucking election college, for fuck's sake. And you're like, I
will interrupt you, Grandpa, here. Grandpa, I'm going to interrupt you because
I'm
fair,
here. I'm sorry if I fucked up.
We are really fucked up here with our government as well at the moment. So,
well,
remember,
no one to take
democracy.
The place.
Hold on. Remember, democracy is the worst political system that any government can institute, except for all the other ones.
Well, I've got a question for you.
When you say that, specify who you're talking to.
PDF the Constitution and find the word Democrat or democracy. I'll wait. I
okay,
can tell
you understand
the word republic is in it, but not democracy.
The problem is with that, NB, is how do you get a republic without democracy?
I didn't say we were not a democracy form of government in part, but our goal was to be a Republican form of government, not a democracy, because they knew what it was about majority rule. Just that simple. That's the whole beauty. I say this when it comes to the whole Roe v. Wade getting overturned, and the Republicans got fucking shellacked in the 22 election. You know what? That was a price worth paying, in my opinion. Like it or not, that's what
Sorry,
I
there's
believe.
a car alarm going off. I'm keeping myself muted.
I'm not a party person.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the
I'm not a party person. I voted for Obama. In fact, I'll tell you this. I have one person I ever regretted voting for in my life. And it was a fucking Republican. His name is Lindsey Graham. I hate the fact that I actually put an X to his name. And what stings me more is my wife, when we were residents there, she did not vote for the senator. I'm like, you know what? I wish I had done that.
Well, speaking of the Constitution, I got a question. How's Cenk Uygur able to run for president when he's born in Turkey?
He can't.
He's not. He's okay. He's trying to use the 15th and the 14th Amendment as his saying it overrides the Constitution. He did try that, and his argument, unfortunately, is never going to work because while he's correct, it would violate the Constitution, but it was already in the Constitution. The
14th and 15th Amendments don't override that particular thing about having to be a naturalized U.S. born citizen.
Exactly.
The only way
specifically says that.
The only way he'd be able to is if one or both of his parents were naturalized citizens prior to his birth, even if he was born in Turkey.
Well, it's not. It wouldn't even be just that. You can, if your parents are both American, or at least if one of your parents is American citizen, say like you're military and you're born on, German soil because your dad was stationed there. You're still an American citizen.
Yeah, because you're born on German base.
In some cases, you're a dual citizen. Like I talked to a friend of mine, good guy, and he's now contracting in Japan. I said, why don't you and your wife want to be here? She goes, she can't get dual citizenship.
You know, my niece was born in a base in Berlin, and she has dual citizenship.
Okay, that doesn't really matter, but I don't think when it comes to him, I don't think either one of his parents were naturalized citizens.
No, they weren't, and he's not. Like I said, he's trying to use wording from some professor saying the Supreme Court has already done the precedents for this. But they didn't, because it never in the 5th or the 14th does it ever exclude that. That's the key thing. Okay, you got to think about when we used to have voting was 18. You had to be a landowner. You had to be a male. We had an amendment for women's suffrage. We had an amendment for dropping the voting age to 18. I mean, that's the whole point of our Constitution. It's so strong, and our country is so built around it that it takes a lot to change anything that simple on a federal level.
Well, it's
Yeah,
easier
I
to change
love
the
it.
federal law than it is to change the Constitution.
Well, yeah, now the Constitution says anyone born in the United States can vote. You're a citizen. That's what it basically says now. Anyone.
Or if
No,
you're
it
a
did not
natural,
say
hold on,
that.
Elihu, you also have to be a naturalized citizen. So, in other words, if you were born outside the country to American parents, you have to file the paperwork to become naturalized.
Yeah.
Okay, remember the keywords in the document. At the time of the Constitution, you had to be a resident for 14 years. They were smart enough to remember, hey, we're all not from here, but at the time of this ratification, we have to make an exception. That's how smart they were.
Okay, I'm going to go off on a weird tangent for a second. Has anyone ever read the Arthur Pendragon books by Peter David?
Not since I was a kid.
Okay, if anyone knows anything about that series, basically it's a King Arthur story in modern times, or at least in the 80s / 90s at the time, where Arthur Pendragon runs for president of the United States. I think it's like in the third novel he runs for president. Originally, he runs for mayor of New York. But what's funny about that is no one really knows that he's Arthur Pendragon, that he's the original King Arthur, except for a very select few people. And one of the people brings up the fact that, well, Arthur isn't a naturalized citizen because he wasn't born in this country and his parents weren't born in this country. So how can he run for president? And Merlin basically says, through a legal loophole where he added Arthur's name to some of the original lists back in 1776, meaning that he falls under the constitutional agreement, that anyone who is part of the country prior to the country existing, he could actually run as president because he's immortal. And that kind of seems like the kind of loose interpretation of the rules that we're talking about, which is funny because David even says loosen the rules.
Actually, that's a great loophole. No, that actually is a great loophole because that would be like a Supreme Court decision level. That's actually pretty good. Well, I remember watching this show, Sleepy Hollow, and
within the context of the novels, both Arthur and Merlin are immortal. So,
were they there at the time of the Constitution during its ratification for 14 years, at least 14 years? Well, they got claim to it. That's
according to
actually
Merlin,
that would make a killer movie. That would make a killer movie right there.
I'll see if I can find the series and send it to you, NB, so you can read it, because that bit was really funny because Merlin says all this stuff, but he has no evidence really to back it up, other than the fact that he and Arthur are immortal.
I know that's what would make the movie so fucking fun. I mean, literally, dude, go down to Hollywood and pitch that.
It's Peter friggin' David. I'm pretty sure his stuff has been pitched to Hollywood before.
Maybe I'll get lucky. I know who Peter David is.
He's a very prolific comic and novel writer. I mean, he's done Star Trek, he's done Hulk, he's done Spider-Man. I mean, I'm shocked that you don't know who Peter David is.
I just told you I knew who Peter David was.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't know who he was. I apologize.
No, I know who Peter David is. I read a lot of his Star Trek stuff.
So, Yvette, since you're on the panel, if we find out that Arthur Pendragon is real, would you vote for him to become prime minister?
Well, There's no one better at the moment, so why not?
I thought you was going to say there hasn't been anyone better in years.
You can take that as an answer as well.
Yeah.
I don't see how he would be better because he comes from a time before democracy. The Pendragons were the first house of kings and queens for England.
I'm sorry, but isn't it?
So the official writing.
Isn't it the whole point that you don't vote for prime minister, do you?
No, it's the same.
Prime
as
minister is
you
not
guys.
a
We
national
have
election.
counties. No, there
Correct.
is an official every 4 years. We vote in the party.
You're right.
So,
you don't vote, right? But you don't vote for prime minister.
Yeah. But
So
the prime
that would be a ridiculous
minister
question.
would sway it, but you vote for the constituents in each county, similar to your state people, and then that's counted as a seat in the House of Commons. And then however many seats are won by, there has to be a majority of, I don't know, I'm not a hugely political person, but there has to be a majority of so many seats for one party to rule over
That's called
as the government.
plurality.
Otherwise, it's a coalition, which we've had, of the two main parties that have the, similar seats. And I wouldn't be surprised next year when we have a general election, it's a coalition, because neither party, Labour nor Conservative, and let's not forget we have a third, fourth and fifth parties that never get anywhere, one seat, maybe two. But Labour and Conservative, neither are justified to sit at the table as far as any of us are concerned. So right now, it's dire over here because we got Rishi Sunak trying to implement, let's just say, New Zealand's law on smoking. If you were born before 1992 or 1994, I think, you can smoke. If you're born after that year, you can't.
What?
I mean, hello, democracy. Conservatives stand for minimal control. They govern the money.
Hey, is it 50,
and not the people.
Is it 50% plus one who says it? That's democracy.
Yes.
Democracy is 50% plus one.
I'm well aware of
Democracy
that,
is literally
Geek. All right. So, I've even forgotten what I was saying now. Yeah, so
you know what?
The Conservatives
You know what someone should do?
dashed themselves with that.
You know what someone should actually do is create a video series about how the different governments of the world actually work. Because while I understand a little bit of how your guys' system over in the UK works, I don't know enough to, comment too much about it.
Well, that's why I stay quiet when you guys are talking about politics. I'm not.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest.
I'm not good enough to talk
Yvette, I'm going to be
politics
honest.
in general.
I know enough about your government to think it sucks. And, compared to my government, which I know very well, I was actually floored when I was told you guys have like 600 fucking people in the House of Commons.
Yeah.
I was like, why? He's like, I don't know. We just do.
Because everything is voted.
And I was like, what about your House of Lords? Like, oh.
No, the House of Lords.
Yeah, but why do you need
unelected?
Okay, here's my thing. This is what confuses me. My country is so big, and we have a law that states 435 in our house. So the idea of your House of Commons, which is basically my House of Representatives, to be over 600 people is mind-blowing to me. Absolutely unbelievable.
Well, remember, NB, that the number of the population number for the amount for the House of Representatives isn't what it should be per se, because federal law has changed.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. I actually did. Oh my goodness, Mike! If we actually went with the way the number was set in the Constitution, I did the math. Holy shit!
Somewhere around 1,300, and most of them would be Texas and California.
Yes, because like in
Well, I
Blackpool,
don't
where
know
I live,
the well. You
Hold on,
know
hold
what?
on.
No.
Let Yvette, hold on. Let
No, it would
Yvette
be
talk real
Texas,
quick.
California.
not a chance.
What do you mean, not a chance?
No, it would mostly be
Talking.
probably.
Right. So
No,
in Blackpool,
you're right about that,
Hold
but it would be
hold
between
on.
Texas.
NB, hold on. I want to let Yvette talk for a second.
Wow, Mike, you can
Sorry.
always mute him.
No, I can't. I don't have any controls right now because I couldn't log into my proper StreamYards account.
Yvette can.
I'm sitting comfortably on my sofa now.
Don't worry, I
And
already
two.
did. That's why he was able.
Ah. Okay, so in Blackpool, where I live now, there are 3 seats here in Blackpool alone. Blackpool is a big town, but not a city. But there is a South Blackpool seat, a Central Blackpool seat, and then you have a North Blackpool seat. Now, Blackpool is in Lancashire. Now, Lancashire is the county. Lancaster is the city of Lancashire. Lancaster has, I think, 2 seats. Because although it's a city, the population is smaller. Then I could be wrong. You can look these up. I'm not, as I said, I'm not politically minded, but I do know it's on population, the amount of seats that are given in areas. So Blackpool falls under Blackpool, Fylde and Wire. I know, it all sounds weird, but that's how that works. So it's like a central area. So you've got Lytham, St Anne's, Cleveleys and Fleetwood, which don't have seats at all that are around us because they're classed as villages more than anything else. So they don't have the population. So Blackpool has like their seats all included in there. So South Blackpool includes Lytham and North includes Cleveleys and Bispham and Fleetwood, I think. Again, I am not 100% on this, but that's the sort of how it works. Maidenhead, now where I was born, that has only 1 seat, and by a same coincidence, it also has an ex-prime minister as its leader, which is what's her face? Oh God, no, brain has gone dead. But it really does depend on population size, and especially up north as we're more spread out. There's less population, so less seats. So Blackpool is like really big up north compared to Manchester will have a few, Liverpool, these are cities, will have multiple seats. And then you have, to a lesser degree, Yorkshire probably only has 1 seat per large town. So the distribution just goes on population. As far as I remember, that's how it works. I know we got 3 seats here in Blackpool anyway. So if that's any help to you.
Well, like for instance, I live in San Diego because there's the whole SD part of SD Game Swap. As far as I know, technically we have 1 House of Representatives representing just San Diego County that San Diego County elects for our district. Who that is right now, I don't remember offhand, but that person represents in the federal government over 3.5 million people.
Yeah. You see,
Whereas
your
you take states like
and ours are very similar. You have to realize this. Whereas our counties are like your states, we are so much tinier, and I think population-wise, you have to adjust for that. Although I'm surprised the House of Representatives is lower than the House of Commons.
well, like for one of the things, California literally has too much of a population to be adequately represented in the House of Representatives right now. Because the federal government has limited the amount of representatives that the country can have right now. So yes, while California still technically has the most, the amount of population that each representative from California represents is more than most other states.
Yes, because you have an issue at that point, don't you? I mean, I would say it would be fairer. This is me personally, and in this country, London has way too many seats. And I disagree with that, because London is very much a international hub. So it is not like the rest of the country in its thinking. And just because London wants to do something doesn't mean the rest of the country do. However, if you've got 50 London seats against the rest of them, and the others are all divided, London's going to come out on top every time. And I think that's why California, I would see, has been limited, because it would work the same way. If there's too
Pretty
many,
much, yeah.
Yeah, too many of one.
David, sorry, to answer David's question, Duncan Hunter Jr. is not involved, or as far as I know right now, because of the issues that he had a few years back. And what's funny is I actually worked on his campaign, despite the fact that he was a Republican, because I worked for his sister, or his aunt. And I worked for his dad's campaign as well, because again, I worked for his dad's sister, which is his aunt, Duncan Sr. So, but the only reasons I worked for them was because, as I said, I was friends of the family. But he kind of fucked up royally a few years back. I'm not going to go into those issues. And I think California has 55 reps right now. Can someone correct me who can actually serve?
Oh, you're down to 49 because you guys lost a seat or two. You're down to 48 or 49 because you lost a seat or two.
49, I believe.
Really? I thought it was. I know at one point it was 55, but
no, you guys were at 52 electoral votes, so that'd be 50 reps and 2 senators. But then you guys lost a seat or two here this last census.
Yeah, but yeah.
Eli,
yeah.
Eli,
go ahead.
Are you there? Michael T is having a nervous breakdown because you spelt weird wrong. Fix it now, he says.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
But you're triggering him.
MB's asking if he's still muted. It doesn't look like he's muted on StreamYard's side.
No, I could see his mouth moving, but we couldn't hear him.
I have no idea. I'm nowhere near it.
MB, you're not muted on StreamYard's end.
Did he mute the site?
Unless
if he muted the site, we would. If he muted the site, we would still be able to hear him. Did your mic come unplugged or something?
You can hear us. LDG, get back up here.
So you can't hear me. Okay, I got it.
Now we can.
Now we can hear you.
Right. All right, LDG, stand down.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you guys can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I have no fucking clue what happened there. My apologies. But guys, I gotta tell you, I was losing my mind because I hate to say it, I'm the only American, I think, in this group who actually knows how federal politics works. You guys were just like I'm listening to Samuel all night. I want to bang my head on the fucking table so bad. California, as of right now, has the most of the Electoral College. The last time I looked,
thank you, Michael.
this is the last time I looked. I have not looked at the redistricting or anything. California has 55. That's
52.
53 representatives and 52. Okay. You guys got the most. You got the two senators and you got the most representative, which I don't understand why people can't fucking get their heads around, is the most important thing to have. You have the House, you own the money. The only thing you get out of the Senate is confirmations. Who fucking cares? Unless the Supreme Court pick.
I request a subject change. I don't like
All right.
aggression.
Well, if we're going to change the subject, let's change it to something really far off. Yesterday, when before me and Mrs. Viles sat down to watch One Piece, I was trying to catch up on Ahsoka because I finally, had time in the afternoon to actually watch something. I didn't watch the season finale of it yet, but so I have that one last episode to watch, and I have one major gripe with the show.
Why?
Yes.
Wow.
Why the fuck do they call it Ahsoka?
That's your gripe.
Yes, because she's not the main character. Sabine is the main character, as far as I can tell.
You wanted to be called Rebel Season 4, huh?
Well, not just Rebel Season 4, it's...
No, it would have been Rebel... No, Elihu. It would have been Rebels Season 5.
Sorry, 5.
4.
Sorry, I was thinking Clone
No,
Wars.
they should have just called it something like Star Wars Rebel Dream or something like that. I realize they're stealing a title from one of the old novels, but so what? It's not... Ahsoka doesn't seem to be the main character.
They didn't steal any... Whoa. As a diehard EU fan, they really didn't steal anything.
No, I'm just saying they should have stole the name. They should have stole the name. Rebel Dream, because Rebel Dream was one of the names of
Hang
on.
So you would have preferred it to be called Heir to the Empire?
They
That's
used
what
that
I'm
already,
asking.
dude.
No, I think they're actually holding that for the movie.
But that's basically my only major gripe about it. I still think it's I'm enjoying the show so far. It's been a little slow at times. It's been a little interesting at times. I understand one of the gripes about people surviving lightsaber wounds too often. I get that.
Yeah, Qui-Gon's forced to go and was like, what the fuck?
But let's face it, when you're dealing with laser swords, you want to show some.
I love how everybody focuses on that one thing. That one thing. That's everybody's big gripe is, Sabine survived getting stabbed.
No, what I mean is, there's only so many ways you can show somebody getting injured by a lightsaber to end a fight without losing a fucking limb. I mean, in the Dooku, Anakin, Obi-Wan fight, Obi-Wan gets basically tapped on the arm and tapped on the leg, and then collapses. But it's because they can't show him in the future having lost a limb. So how often? I mean, the problem is that lightsabers are too fucking powerful when it comes to how they injure people. I get that.
My issue with it is, as someone who has seen both the Clone Wars and Rebels, I felt like Sabine, Ahsoka, and Hera in the very beginning were very out of character for themselves. And I felt the first 2 episodes, I was like, there is no way they are going to complete this. And they pitched it originally as a mini series. And I was like, there's no way they're going to get what their story is done in 8 episodes. I'm like, they've got these 8 episodes, but I've already seen the first 2. And I'm like, you're not going to get there. You're not going to complete the story. You've got something else you want to say. So I felt like I was getting, for lack of a better term, I don't know the right way to say it, dragged along. And as the characters I had known from, say, Ahsoka from the Clone Wars and everything, look, I get it. Characters grow up. People grow up. I totally accept that. But every one of them, Ahsoka, Sabine, and Hera, just all seemed completely out of character. And then what killed me the most was at the end of episode 2, where they literally mirrored Rebels, where we all thought Sabine and Ahsoka went to go look for Ezra at 5 ABY after the Battle of Yavin. And then it's like, oh no, it was 9 ABY, or I guess by Filoni's now math, 11 ABY, and they didn't even get. Filoni didn't even fucking do his own canon right from his own show. That's what fucking pissed me off.
See, that doesn't bug me nearly as much as it could have been 2 different times, and just George Lucas's whole little thing about things repeat themselves.
Do you know what I liked? I like the fact that Ezra's force fighting confirmed Luke Skywalker's Jedi force kick in Return of the Jedi.
I will say this. I will say this when it comes to Ahsoka. Absolutely love the guy that got to play Ezra Bridger.
Oh, he was good. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, I loved him. And you know, when people were like, the force is all I need, and they're like, he's not going to take his own lightsaber, I'm thinking, the guy hasn't held a lightsaber in 5 fucking years at the time, I thought. So what has he been doing? There's no kyber crystals there. He's probably not done a lot of melee action. Oh, the blaster thing? People were pissed because he grabbed a blaster. I'm like, oh, give me a break. He's probably held a blaster a lot more than he's held a lightsaber or a melee weapon. So what has he been doing? Practicing with the Force.
Well, also the fact that, yeah, Obi-Wan didn't like blasters, but that doesn't mean that other Jedi can't use blasters.
Yeah, Luke used a
Hell, even Luke didn't Luke still have a blaster at the time of Return of the Jedi on his belt?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't have an issue with that.
Oh, to Michael T, I want to tell you right now, I have no issue with Rosario Dawson playing Ahsoka. Absolutely none.
Oh yeah, I think Rosario Dawson does a great job as Ahsoka. I'll be honest with that.
I am not mad at the actors at all.
Dawson rocks.
No, Dawson rocks. Dawson sold me in Mandalorian season 2 when she was fighting the Night Sister, and then when I saw her turn her lightsabers were this way, and then she turned it backwards, I was like, oh, you're fucked now, bitch.
Hey, guys.
I was like, you are fucked.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and dip and try and get some sleep. I got another driving shift tonight, so.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Michael.
Sorry we didn't let you talk too much.
I enjoy being on the panel. Believe me, this is my social interaction from dealing with passengers all day. So thank you for having me. Just let me listen. So
no problem, dude.
Hey, Captain. I
Drive
miss
safe,
you,
man.
bud.
Well,
thanks.
have a good one.
Get some
See you
sleep
soon,
and drive
Michael.
safe, okay?
Thanks. We'll do. I'll catch you all next time, and if not, I'll catch you all next Sunday at the very latest. So, you all have a good one. I'll catch you all next time.
Later, dude.
Later.
Bye.
I really miss this morning shows.
All right. the next show that I'm probably going to try to catch up on after, because I still got to finish Cobra Kai. I got to finish Ahsoka. But the other thing I was thinking about going back to is Doctor Who, because I stopped right before Flux.
Oh, you got a lot to watch.
You're
A lot
well
of
above
shit
me. I
to
never saw
watch.
past the pilot of 13th Doctor, so I'm out of the loop on that one.
Yvette, did you hear the new Doctor Who theme?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, Michael's saying that he force lifted one off the guard in Jabba's palace, but he did not carry one in Return of the Jedi. When he first arrives at Jabba's palace, I thought he still had one on him. I can go back, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Hang on,
But
Yeah, Michael
still,
T is a huge Star Wars fan. Come on.
well, to be fair, either way, he still used a blaster, just like Ezra does. I don't have an issue with a Jedi using a blaster. And if that's one of your major complaints, I get it. Everyone seems to deify Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he didn't like using blasters, even though he still used one to kill Grievous.
Hey, Mike, is Michael talking about when I think he's talking about the scene where Luke force gripped a blaster and then a Gamorrean stopped him from being able to shoot Jamba, and then they fell into the pit. I think that's the scene he's talking about.
You know what, Michael? He's completely right. I forgot that he didn't even have his lightsaber on him because R2 had it hidden on him.
Oh, that's right.
So,
it was part of the plan. The
now,
whole thing was
what about-
planned and staged.
What about when again, because it's been a while since I've actually watched Return of the Jedi, at least a couple of years. Did he have a blaster on him on Endor, or did he just have his lightsaber?
I remember they said he was only armed with this, and it was the lightsaber in Return of the Jedi. It was
Right.
The only thing I remember he had as a weapon was his green lightsaber.
That's when he surrendered himself to Vader, but or at least when he surrendered himself to the Imperials. When they first get to Endor, does he have a blaster on him?
I think yes, he did.
I mean,
Yes,
it doesn't really.
yes,
It doesn't
yes,
really.
He did.
Hold
Yes,
on.
he did. I distinctly remember he did have a blaster.
Regardless, it doesn't matter because he still uses a blaster when he needs to, and I think that's how a Jedi should act. Use the environment to his advantage, and sometimes having a blaster is part of the environment. So, or there's a blaster in the environment, so you use it to do what you got to accomplish.
Why do you think Ahsoka kept on saying blasters, lightsabers? She told us like, "Hey, this is the best for you, Sabine," and she was right. They work better together. It's like, yeah, blasters work better in this situation, Sabine. Now use your lightsabers; they work better in this situation.
Mike, sorry to interrupt, guys. Mum's just called, so I'm going to have to drop out. Thanks for having me on.
We'll see you.
Try to
Alrighty.
behave yourselves.
Later, you bet.
Take care, guys.
Hopefully, LDG is still in the background just so he can end the stream when I need him to.
You know, there's an interesting thing when Obi-Wan shoots Grievous and says so uncivilized. The thing is, he just doesn't feel that this is an appropriate way to take somebody out. He prefers using his lightsaber. And I mean, remember, they're called Jedi Knights. They're called knights. So to him, it's kind of almost disrespectful to take someone down that way. At least that's my opinion.
It's not the samurai way.
Well, maybe I'm just weird. I don't have an issue with
You are weird.
Jedi using them.
Period.
Or any Force user using anything other than a lightsaber. I mean, let's face it, a lightsaber has many uses, but they're not great. They're not perfect weapons.
What did you think about the episode with Ahsoka and Anakin?
The War Between Worlds.
Yes, the War Between Worlds.
as for the only episode that seemed to focus on Ahsoka as a character, I think they're trying to redeem Hayden Christensen, because let's face it, that's some of the best acting in Star Wars he's done. And the reason I say that is I don't think he's a bad actor. I think George Lucas wrote a bad script for episodes 2 and 3, for the most part.
I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
And I don't say that as something to be negative, because I still enjoyed episodes 2 and 3 very thoroughly, even at the time. But he doesn't write dialogue that well. Let's face it.
Look, we can all agree George Lucas is not a good writer. Director, sure. Writer, no.
Yeah, it's like he would make a good Star Wars showrunner, but not necessarily the writer of all the episodes.
I would agree with that. I would hands down agree. What I really enjoyed about that episode was all the talk that came afterwards. That was really interesting. I was very interested in people's thoughts. And unfortunately, I've got a real big problem. I'm a huge EU fan. And there's a lot of EU fans. I actually had somebody on Twitter tell me, they're like, are you a Disney defender? Because I'm going to block you. I'm like, no, I'm an EU fan. I'm like a lot of people, I'm getting really fucking tired of going to EU sites on Twitter or Facebook and wanting to talk about the EU. And all people are talking about is bashing fucking Disney. To me, that's like bashing fucking new Star Trek. You know what? It's been done. It's over. I don't give a shit anymore. I have 725 Star Trek episodes that I can watch. What the fuck do I care about what they produce now? That's where I'm at.
Well, the way I look at it is, let's take, for instance, episodes, the new Disney trilogy, 8, 9, or 7, 8, 9. 7, I thought, was way too similar to A New Hope. I didn't really. It was okay, but it wasn't great.
I think
my big issue.
I think that was the biggest criticism, was we all said that.
My biggest issue between 8 and 9 is the fact that, God, 7 or 8 is great except for 9, and 9 is great except for 8, because nothing in 8 was continued into 9 for the most part, and they just decided to redo everything. I think if they carried on the stuff from 8 into 9, 9 would have been a much better movie. On that same regard, if 8 didn't exist as it was, 9 is a pretty good movie by itself, but it needed a setup that should have been in 8 for 9 to be good. The disjointedness between those two movies is what makes them bad. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense. I'm going to tell you what I hated about it. 8 and 9, they fucked over the actor who played Finn. Absolutely, 100%. He was the best character, in my opinion, of episode 7. He should have been a Jedi. He should have been getting trained. He should have had more of a role, but they turned him into all but a fucking joke, in my opinion. That's what I hated, because they turned him into a joke in 8 and 9, and he became all Ray. I mean, I was like, oh my God, you took a good character and you fucked him over, and the poor bastard had to do that acting. I felt bad for the guy.
Well, Michael T is pointing out that 8 didn't carry over from 7 either, and I think that's because it didn't really need to. Remember, 7 was basically a rehash of A New Hope, and A New Hope didn't need to really carry over into Empire Strikes Back as much as Return of the Jedi needed to carry over from Empire Strikes Back. A New Hope could have been a standalone movie by itself and without any sequels, and it would have been fine. A episode 7 could have been standalone again by itself without any sequels, and it would have been fine. It would have been great, but it would have been fine.
Well, I'll go with my one complaint from episode 7. Look, Oscar Isaac, Deus Machina, absolutely fucking fantastic movie. Love it. Think the guy is a phenomenal actor. Here's where the problem lied with me. You took when we saw Vader for the first time, he was intimidating as fuck. You got Oscar Isaac as going, so who talks first? So he basically plays it off as a joke, and it takes everything out of the intimidation of Kylo Ren. I mean, it killed any chance of him even being intimidating, even when he killed everyone. Because he's talking to him like, I mean, he had such a setup. Oscar Isaac shoots the fucking laser and he stops it. It's like, oh shit, that's cool. And then we get that tension. We get that, and he takes the tension together. Who talks first? I'm like, the fucker just stopped your blaster and you're gonna bullshit with him? I'd be pissing my fucking pants.
Wait, which part are you referring to?
When Oscar Isaac's character, Poe, when he shoots the laser and Kylo turns and stops it midair, and he
you're talking about the very, very beginning. Okay.
That was intimidating as hell. I was like, holy shit, that is amazing. I'm like, Vader never did. And I'm like, this guy's going to be badass. And then Poe goes, so who talks first? You talk first. Sorry, I can't see you with this mask. I'm like, the motherfucker just stopped the goddamn blaster and you're fucking going to do this shit right now? Yeah, I'd be pissing my pants. So yeah, that's what killed me in the movie right there, was that shit. And unfortunately, it wasn't Oscar Isaac's fault.
That actually worked for me only because sometimes I deflect fear with humor.
It didn't work for me. I hated it.
Well, that's because you're a different person than someone like me. As I said, I tend to deflect complex emotional issues because I'm stunted emotionally with humor.
Well, here's the thing. All my complaints about the movies, guess what character I've never talked about? Rey. It was never my issue with that trilogy was never about her.
As you might recall, I deflect complex emotional issues with humor.
Oh, you think?
And I don't think Mrs. Vile planned this, but this is the mug she got me.
What's it say?
You gonna blow
You
it
are
up?
absolutely fabulous.
Glasses on.
You are absolutely fabulous.
Put my glasses on and he fucking goes dark.
Oh, Bird can't come back, so he's gonna head out. That's okay, Bird.
Couple Bird.
Bye, Bird.
Blah, Bird.
LDG, are you still in the background?
Doesn't he have the ability to come up on his own?
Yeah, he does.
Yes. That's why I'm asking.
There he is.
You should have said
Okay.
Prometheus 3 times.
Yeah, I'm still here, man. I've been listening. Been down
Okay,
the road.
because I just want to
Been
make
down-
sure
ready to
since you
close
can
it up.
play the ending clips, because I can't play them when I end. Which I'll
Alrighty,
probably do in the
folks.
next few minutes.
Oh, okay. Oh, almost there. Alrighty.
Well, I just,
I can't believe how crowded the
I
door is.
can't. I don't even know how many people are watching right now, but I know we lost more than half the panel that we had earlier. So
You got 6 people watching.
okay.
Yeah, and I gotta get going here pretty soon anyhow, too.
Yeah, Jordan, I saw that your live stream. I actually got a notification of your live stream last night, and I was going to try to swing on by, but me and Mrs. Vile decided to tear apart a chicken instead.
Okay. Yeah, it was a lot of fun last night.
Did it lose the fight?
Oh yeah, lemon pepper chicken, a whole chicken. But instead of cutting the pieces off the chicken, we decided to, we cut the wings off and the legs off, then tore apart every scrap of meat from the remainder of the carcass to make sandwiches last night. And they were good. I even salvaged the fat so that I could make a little bit of gravy.
Oh, nice.
And we put those on
sweet.
We put the gravy on the sandwiches too, and it was great.
So he had a chicken commercial, basically.
He is a con.
Yep. We still got plenty of chicken left over too. I might, in fact, after the stream, I might make myself another chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
Hey,
we made roast beef. We made roast beef,
right? With the gravy, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's just enough gravy for one more sandwich.
Yeah, we made a roast beef commercial yesterday for lunch.
Sounds beautiful.
And then when I try to cross the border, it'll be a while. I already know it's already like an hour wait, but it might take 2 or 3 hours this time.
NB Geek, me talk good, me talk good, me talk good, me know well, me know what to say. Me know good
Michael
words.
T, I'd watch your stream, Jordan, but I'd rather tear apart an animal for family night. Vile, yep. And if I happen to be in Texas, I'd probably have killed the animal and skinned it myself. But nope.
What, you have the tools in Texas for that?
Most of my guns are in Texas, NB, remember?
And why do you live in California and go to Mexico all the time?
Because Mrs. Vile lives in Mexico.
When are you going to fix that issue?
Well, that is a complex issue for her and I to discuss.
So, in other words, none of my fucking business. I respect
Pretty much.
Exactly. He finally got it.
But when it comes to the gun stuff, remember, NB, a large portion of the guns that I inherited from my father and grandfather are not allowed to be transported across state lines anymore.
Oh, that's right. You got them in that storage shed, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he can be taught.
No,
I have one gun in California.
Elihu, I can remember. Okay, I don't talk to a lot of you guys that often outside of Sunday, except for you recently when we talked about the eclipse and how we didn't get to see it.
Well, hold on, Michael, I don't skin a chicken. I'm referring to the fact of taking the outside part that you don't want to eat off. So when it comes to chicken, you're just defeathering it.
Yeah, dude, there's plenty of websites that have live streaming different locations.
But yeah, maybe one of these days I'll do a live stream from Texas and I'll show you guys everything that I've got. I just have no need to go to Texas right now because most of the family that I talk to is passed.
Yeah.
So your CNA stream is going to be turned to caliber and ammunition.
Mike, I'd look up the rules on that because YouTube has some strict rules on the guns.
Yeah, they do.
And plucking is different from defeathering. Plucking takes too much time.
Yeah, you got to soak it in hot water. Yeah, I've been there, done that.
So, Mike, you go from California to Mexico, correct? You don't go to Texas.
I haven't been to Texas in about 4 years since my dad passed.
It's called Texas ass. The best thing that ever come out of Texas is I-10 East and West.
Yes, thank you for the same joke over and over, Elihu.
I'm sticking with it.
I-10, I don't get the joke. I've been on I-10.
That's okay, NB.
Yeah, I'm not going to explain it to you.
Oh, I don't want you to. Please don't.
I don't explain jokes.
But
Hey,
and Jordan, I see. Hold on,
if
hold
you
on.
have to explain a joke, then there's a problem.
Yeah, with the person who has explaining it to.
Exactly. So.
And Jordan, I've seen plenty of videos where people are shooting off guns. I mean, it can't be that bad about even the ones I have.
Okay, I seen because someone told me that you can only do like it'd be for like educational purposes that you can show guns on there, but and stuff. But
Oh, come on. Do you think that my stream, if I were to show the guns, I would say, which guns I have and why I can't bring them to California? And no, I understand. I could take them apart and ship them in parts to myself to California and reassemble them and be completely legal. I still have no intention of doing that.
Yeah, YouTube has some laws and some weird things like I can hold this up and I can tell you everything about this pipe right here, my marijuana pipe. But the thing is, I cannot light this thing on screen. But if I'm continually smoking, that's okay. Yeah, if I light it, then YouTube goes, no, you can't do that. Yeah, there's some little weird laws about YouTube.
Please don't tell me that's loaded right now, NB. I just don't want you to use it accidentally.
And he checked the chamber first. Look at it, his thumb is off. He's checking the chamber. It's empty.
Just making sure.
He knows gun safety laws, man.
The last thing I want is an accident to happen. Remember, I've been accidentally shot twice.
Yeah, but MB knows gun safety laws, man. I trust him on handguns, okay?
In all fairness, Mike, talking to you, are you sure they were accidents?
Yes, because one was done by my, at the time, 7-year-old cousin, because my uncle thought it was a good idea to give a 7-year-old a 44 Magnum.
Oh my gosh.
And the recoil caused the gun to go straight up into the air. The heft of it caused him to point it straight back down at the ground. And the jerkiness caused him to pull the trigger a second time, which then shot my foot.
You know, I was looking.
Your uncle was a fucking idiot.
Yes.
You know, I was looking on Wish.com last night for some cheap electronic stuff, and I happened to come across a replica 9mm gold-plated gun that shoots soft bullets for kids. And one of the views is my 4-year-old loves this. Like, who gives a 4-year-old a 9mm replica gun?
I would.
Well, but if it doesn't shoot, hold on.
We used to buy candy cigarettes, remember? And then our parents we'd buy the candy cigarettes when our parents sent us to the store to get the real cigarettes.
I know, but the thing is, it's realistic. If a cop happens to see this kid playing with it outside, the cop's not gonna know it's a fake gun. It's a realistic looking gun.
That's the whole reason why they made the toy guns with the orange or the very distinct.
This did not have it.
The end of it.
This did not have it on there.
On this.
Yeah, I know about the orange tip. It did not have it. It was totally gold plated.
That lets you know it's a weapon. The reason why they went with those fluorescent colors was to make sure that cops could see that at night.
I know, but this gun did not have it. It was basically a 9mm replica gold plated. No orange tip or anything. I'm like, who would give their kid this? If it had an orange tip, I would have no problem with it.
So there was no orange tip, and it was a real gun. Okay, then,
it was a replica that shot soft bullets. Yeah. I'm like, one of you, loves it.
Wait a minute. It was shootable.
Yes.
Was it shootable?
Soft tip bullets.
Morons.
Yeah, who would give the 4-year-old this? If it had an orange tip on it, I would have no problem with it. Yeah, you can convert it to little BBs and soft bullets. But what the fuck?
Yeah,
Wish.com has some weird items on here.
Fucking moron. I'm the most staunch Second Amendment person. I'm also the most staunch defender of if you're gonna have something like this, you need to fucking know what you're doing with it. That's why when you were like, and Elihu was saying, I was pointing out, hey, I'm gonna pull my gun up. I'm letting you know, fingers off the trigger. There's no clip. There's no magazine. There's no round.
Let me see if I can find it for you. See if it's
but of course, you and I have both agreed.
I firmly believe everybody should be taught the basics.
Yes.
No, I can't.
Just like if you're going to drive a fucking car, you should be taught the fucking basics. Even if you're not going to drive a car, you should know how a fucking car works.
Agree. I agree. I 100% agree.
I swear, NB, when it comes to this issue, NB, when it comes to this issue, one of these days, I'm going to turn you into someone just like me. And remember, I'm not against guns. I'm against idiots having guns.
Hey, Mike, can you share my screen? Are you able to share my screen?
No, I can't.
Damn it. I'm on wish.com. I just tapped and clicked on toys and hobbies.
Garrett.
And the fifth item is a wearable panty vibrator surrounded by Legos and remote control cars. I'm like, what the hell is this on the toys for?
Dude, share it.
I don't think I want to see that.
Yeah, don't share that. Don't share that. I don't want to see that, Elihu.
Oh, don't share.
Because that's based on your previous search histories. So I want to know why is it showing up for you?
Your own time, that's your own business, Elihu. Look, man. Hey, I know everybody has their own kink.
Like, what the hell is that?
But I don't need to know it.
Yeah, we don't kink shame, but we also don't need to discuss them.
I'm just very simple. I don't talk about my sex life. I don't want to hear anybody else's sex life. If I want to know about a sex life, I'll watch porn, which is fake. Thank God for some things.
Weather reviews.
You know, that's one good thing. When the writers and actors strike was going on, thank God it did not affect porn.
Algorithm out here giving up the tea on Elihu. All right. Well, despite the issues we had to begin with, still had a fairly interesting stream. So I'm going to go ahead and have LDG end it. But if you can play, go ahead and play Gangnam Style. That's the one that should be under Klingon Style on the list. And then play Caddy Gets a Phaser, and then we'll end the stream.
I found the gun.
You're assuming he's listening.
Yeah, let's see if he can. Well, he was listening earlier, so let's see if he can do this. Because I can't do it right now. Does he have access to those?
If he's a co-host, yes.
He should.
Germ plays my clips.
Are you ready? Sorry, I got a lot of things going on, guys. Val, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead and play Gangnam, and then Caddy Got a Phaser.
Gangnam.
It'll say
enough, man. I was gonna start counting errors.
It's the one that says Klingon Style.
Open Klingon Style. Klingon Style. Open Klingon Style. Klingon Style. Open Klingon Style. Sexy Klingon Style. Open Klingon Style. Sexy Klingon Style.
All right, you're 19 years old now. I figure it's about time you got one after all your complaining.
Both of them still get
Later,
laughs
bitch.
out of me. All right. Go ahead and end the stream.